Hello, hello, all of you wonderful, wonderful people. It is your boy Rylionn, and joining me tonight is Primus in the flesh himself. Look at that, looking snazzy.
That's me.
Yeah, you guys already know we are super excited here tonight for tonight's match. I apologize. It is actually our semifinals for the Gold League. I'm super excited about that. It is going to be Team Yellow or Team Sitting on Wards versus Team Pink, Rylionns Body Pillows. So, yes, it is going to be a best of five here series tonight. We have a lot of MVPs actually that are going to be playing in tonight's game. And let's go ahead. We'll break down the roster for you because I believe draft is going to be starting here relatively soon. But for Team Pink, we have Opaque 1 in the top side, which was MVP, by the way. Probably hated in the jungle. Animate Titty Clap in the mid lane. That one Phoenix on ADC. And Swedish Pancakes on support. And then for team number 2, which is going to be team Sitting on Wards or Team Yellow, we have Fridge in the top lane, Javi in the jungle, Decomposition in the mid lane, Dank Chetta on ADC, and Aegis on support, both of which, Dank Chetta and Aegis, are also on the MVP list. So tonight should be extremely awesome. We have a best of 5 series. I hope we actually get a best of 5. We have a few predictions as to what this game's going to be. What do you think tonight's going to turn out as Primus?
So, I know Duck came in, he talked to us earlier. He said it's going to be a 3-0. It doesn't matter what team. It's going to be a 3-0. I call bullshit. I think this is going to be a banger. I think it's at least going to be a 4-game series, at least.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm pretty sure, just in terms of seeds and favorites, it's going to be a Team Yellow winning. But I don't know. Rylionns Body Pillows, your namesake, really could come out and take it. You never know. I mean, it's really going to come down to the picks. I mean, you got MVPs on both sides. Top lane coming from Team Pink and the bot lane coming from Team Yellow, which is going to be interesting because we will see who's playing weak side top, weak side bot. Who knows? Is Pink going to play strong side top, which... And they're going to give the strong side to the MVP yellow bot lane. So we shall see. Draft is underway, Rylionn. If you want to switch over to the draft,
it is.
While he's switching over, I'll go ahead and I guess start with the bans underway. So on the side of Team Yellow, they've banned out the Viego, Pantheon, and Camille. For the side of Pink, and Pink banned out Zillion, Kane, and Varus. So we came out Pink with the first pick, Ezreal. Which Ezreal, I feel like, has been a little weaker lately. A little bit earlier in the split, he was the number 1 AD carry. But Yellow comes out with a Morgana and Graves to answer.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I definitely do like that. I mean, Morgana's pretty versatile. She can pretty much go anywhere she wants. It could be jungle, it could be mid, it could be support. So it's a really good flex pick in the very beginning. You got to kind of try to work around that as well. So a lot of heavy engaged champions. But I really do like the Seraphine pick here because the spell shield really doesn't protect her all that much, rather than like a hard engage like Nautilus, or Blitzcrank, or Thresh, or somebody that has one of those types of engages that she's able to just counteract directly. Plus, of course, her binding is always a threat. Makes really good for early jungling or early invades as well. So I definitely hope we get to see that. But the Ezreal Seraphine on the bot lane. Ooh, and then the Yasuo pick coming through. All right, Rylionns Body Pillow is going hard in the paint. I believe we saw this last time as well from them. If I'm not mistaken, Anime Titty Clap kind of went hard in the paint with Yasuo. And then he also went with Irelia, if I'm not mistaken. I genuinely don't remember, but I remember the Yasuo pick. So, I mean, you've played against these people. Like, what are some of your favorite matchups and some of your least favorite matchups that you've seen that these players can do?
Ooh, I will say, in terms of matchups, so I don't think Ziggs goes really super well into the Yasuo, so I think this actually could be
ADC?
a flex Ziggs ADC. I think it's possible. I mean, it could be, a Ziggs into the Yasuo. Ziggs still able to poke out the Yasuo, even though he does have the wind wall, but you've seen a lot in LCS lately. I've seen it in some of my solo queue games, but it could still be a flex Ziggs into the bottom lane.
Absolutely.
Pink not wanting to give up the Yasuo, they probably assumed that would get banned out in the second phase. So instead of picking a jungler to counter the Graves, they went ahead and picked the Yasuo. Interesting picks on both sides. Pink definitely going for more of a poke safe lane.
Right.
So I do think that'll be more strong in the late game. Seraphine really good at those late game team fights. So we'll see if they'll pick any jungle or top laner that will have the knockups to enable the Yasuo, or if he's going to have to rely on those tornadoes. But kind of surprised they banned the Malphite, because you think, you already have a strong AD, mid laner who's reliant on knockups. I guess they just don't want to see the Malphite, but Malphite Yasuo, Sejuani Yasuo, even especially Diana Yasuo. We could see a Diana in the jungle. I've definitely seen that a lot lately.
Yeah.
So, which is why, I just noticed Yellow did ban out the Diana. They saw the Yasuo, they just didn't want to deal with that.
Yeah, 100%. And like you said, the Malphite pick is also really good to get rid of. I mean, we've seen Opaque on Malphite just hiding in the jungle. Next thing you know, he's ulting over the wall, and you have 0 time to react. It's physically impossible, and you're just dead. So, mixing that in also with the Yasuo, it's going to be a terrible, terrible time for mid lane. So I think that was really smart. Getting rid of they got rid of it themselves. I'm so sorry.
Right.
I completely...
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, I thought they would put...
Yeah, you're right.
I thought they would put Opaque on the Malphite, just based on their team comp. But I mean, it does, especially with the Ezreal and the Ezreal and Seraphine, they probably won't be going for too much of a dive comp. Zach pick, okay.
They have a lot of AP on their team already, except for the Graves. A lot of them, or every single one of them, runs off AP. So that's something that they kind of have to look out after a little while, because like a little bit of magic resistance on Pink, and they're going to be ineffective.
This is kind of it's kind of tough for Pink to kind of counter pick with their last 2 picks, because Zach most likely is going in the jungle. I mean, Zach can't really go anywhere other than maybe a troll top pick. But now we don't know where Graves is going. We don't know where Ziggs is going. So I'm assuming it's a Graves top and possibly a Ziggs mid or ADC. But I mean, we'll see with this last pick. But Pink going for the Mordekaiser and Hecarim, so that's going to be pretty standard Mordekaiser top, Yasuo mid, and a Hecarim jungle. So not seeing a crazy Yasuo ADC or anything.
Well, I'm
Lilia?
What is going on right now?
I have absolutely no idea what's going on the side of yellow. I see three possible junglers, 2 possible mids. I mean, this is I would say I guess I have no idea. So my prediction would be possibly it's gonna be Ziggs, Morgana, and bot lane.
Top side.
It could be a Morgana jungle, and then a Lilia top, and then a Ziggs mid. Is what I'm assuming. I guess we'll see once these champions get locked in.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting game number 1. I mean, this is semifinals, and they said it's going to be Lilia top, Graves mid, and Ziggs bot. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. I have seen Lilia top before, but I've never seen a Graves mid. I haven't seen him outside of the jungle in actually quite some time. So I believe it 100%. I definitely expect that to happen. Predictions I just ran through a little bit earlier, so I probably should have waited. That was my fault. So I'm actually going to just delete that because we only had 2 people doing it. So let me go ahead. I'm going to delete the predictions for right now, and then we'll go ahead and restart.
Yeah, that champion's definitely affected the predictions for sure.
100 million %. 100 million %. I mean, that's kind of I don't even know what to do, to be completely honest. They have a lot of AP on their team, so that's just going to make it extremely difficult. Plus, I mean, if you're Mordekaiser, who do you want to target the most out of all of this? I would either say Ziggs or Lilia, because they have, Graves, depending on how fed he gets, that's of course. But,
right.
For the constant damage or the overall DPS, I'm going to go with either Ziggs or Lilia on this one. So Mordekaiser's able to delete one of them, which means that they have to go Quicksilver, one or the other, or possibly both, depending on who he's targeting.
I will say Pink is kind of, I don't know, they it looks like they kind of want a dive comp, but they definitely want more of a late game team fight comp rather than they're not playing for the early game. Which no. Hecarim is definitely a good early to mid game jungler, but I think he'll more be playing damage control, or he'll probably be playing towards that top side for a pick. So I think they actually are smart to pick the Ezreal and Seraphine, because they know that if they play weak side bot, Ezreal and Seraphine, as long as they just play safe, they'll be fine.
Right.
I mean, they'll be pushing a tower from the Ziggs and Morgana. It's going to be tough for them. They'll be, they're trying to dodge roots and bombs, but once they get to those late team fights, Ezreal gets his, fully sacked here. He gets, I'm assuming, Sunder. They'll still be good for team fights, and then you have the Yasuo and the Hecarim and the Mordekaiser. I will say Yasuo has to rely on his tornadoes to get his ult off.
Yeah.
Because I don't see any knockups on the side of Pink, so he's gonna have to get a naked tornado to get his ult off.
I mean, he could also engage and do the knockups himself if need be. And I don't know if the Hecarim E counts as a knockup, even for just like a split second, because I know it knocks them back, but I don't think that counts as a knockup at all. So I'm genuinely unsure about that. But as long as Seraphine's able to go ahead and land an ulti in the middle of the jungle, because I'm assuming that's going to be the most important aspect of this entire kit, is making sure that around these jungle objectives, Seraphine lands that charm. And if she can land a 4-man charm, that's going to be able to set Yasuo up extremely, extremely easy to hit these tornadoes. So I don't see any dilemma with that. But like you said, Rylionns Body Pillows is more of like a late comp type carry. And then for sitting on wards, they're trying to end this probably as quickly as possible. They need Graves to get ultra giga fed, so I expect Zach to be hovering around there the most. I don't know what he can do for the bot lane, like the Ziggs Morgana, because they're just going to passively push that between Ziggs bombs.
Yeah, I will say, if you looked at the TL Cloud9 game from yesterday, and they TL played Ziggs twice, Ziggs is a surprisingly good late game carry. If they leave Ziggs in the bot lane to just grind tower plates like Ziggs does, and take towers, just put all the gold on the Ziggs, he can carry. He can get, or 3 to 5 man ultimates and chunk half their health if they're grouped, which I think Rylionns Body Pills, the best thing they can do is not group. If they group, then you have a chance for, once again, 3 to 5 man Lilia sleeps. Zach can definitely jump on you with his jumpy gloop. Don't remember the spell, but I believe it's his E. Morgana bindings. If the side of yellow can get in the middle, get a very tight knit jungle fight, they will win the team fight.
Right.
They're so good in close quarters that I think Hank just really wants to fight in the river, get those long, extended fights where they can just kite you for days. So we'll see. I think that for this game, it's going to be very important to see the mid-game fights. And Satan did say, for Yasuo's ult, the Hecarim E does count, as well as, I totally forgot, the Mordekaiser E, the pull, also counts for the Yasuo ult. So that's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, that brings a really good aspect for Yasuo. I mean, it gives him a wider variety to get his ulti off, which is perfect. And then, like we said, with the Seraphine combo, it's just going to be a good time for Pink overall in this first game, I would say. It's interesting that they're picking Lilia top. I mean, unless they really plan on utilizing her sleep for, a large component of their combo. I mean, what do you do? Like a Ziggs ulti into a Morgana ulti, or Lilia first into a Ziggs ulti and have Morgana in the middle? Or do you Morgana first and then Lilia? And then...
Yeah, I don't see a lot of engage on the side of yellow other than a long-range Lily Sleep or Zac going in, but there's not as much follow-up on the side of yellow, I think, which is why, like I said, they're wanting to split push or get those very tight-knit, close fights where they're catching out Pink in the jungle. They're catching them out at Dragon. But this is a very good team for those close fights, but they also don't have a lot of wave clear. Ziggs can take the towers, but there's not a lot of wave clear. Lilia can't clear waves. Morgana can't clear waves. Later on, but early on she can't.
Right.
Zac can't clear waves.
No. I mean, he's jungle.
Graves is definitely one of the worst I guess, like AD champions for clearing waves until he gets at least 2 items.
Okay.
Just because it takes him so long to, stack his bullets. At least compared to other AD champions that can clear so much faster. Compared to the side of Pink, where they have Seraphine. Mordekaiser can clear a wave. EQ, so quick. Yasuo, obviously really good. Ezreal, a little slower than most AD carries, but I still think, at least in terms of clearing waves, Pink has the advantage.
Okay.
So I think that's going to be good for them because they can at least outlast Yellow. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that the side of Pink has a better wave clear for the early game.
Ezreal's kind of a little bit slow. I mean, he has the constant Q action, of course. So, but once he starts getting all that damage in, then yeah, he's just clearing minions like no tomorrow, like any other ADC.
Right, and I'm talking about the early to somewhat mid game when I think that Yellow's going to try and get ahead. I think that Pink, all they have to do is outlast this comp, and then they'll probably win the late game.
Okay. All right.
So I think Yellow's going to be going for a really hard early wombo combo team fight.
Oh yeah, they absolutely are, and I kind of hope that they do an early invade coming in from Yellow side. They have a perfect invade comp, in my opinion. They have the Morgana binding with the with the Zac engage as well. I could definitely see it there. If they're able to get first blood and then just snowball after that, I mean, there's a reason why Yellow is one of the top teams in the league. I believe they're top in their division, and they have been so for a very, very long time. There's very good reason as well. Agency also being an MVP member, just kind of cements that status. Yeah. So, I definitely expect them to perform well. It is definitely an interesting comp that we see coming from them tonight, 100%. I wasn't expecting to see a Lilia topside. I don't even think I've seen Lilia play outside of 4U, and that's only been in the jungle. I have not seen her outside of that at all. And also seeing the Graves mid from Decomposition. Apparently Lightning Graves is big right now, according to Soviet. He's just all
Lightning Graves is good. It is a thing. It's not commonly picked. I haven't seen it hardly ever, but it's still very strong.
Okay, I respect that.
The thing is, they have to put more emphasis on the Graves early, because he is a bit weaker early. But then again, so is Yasuo. So level 3, I'll say, is going to be big for the mid lane.
Okay.
Gotta wait for the Yasuo to get the win walls, because level 1 Graves is going to have that early poke if he can get around the minions to touch the Yasuo. So I will say level 1, which is how Graves' kit works and how his guns work. Yasuo, all he has to do is just sit behind the minion wave, farm with his Q. He should be fine. Level 6, I think that Yasuo wins that.
Okay.
If he gets a really good gank, but that's going to be more of a skill matchup, if I'm to be honest.
Okay.
Level 1, Yasuo has it. Level 3, however,
it's
very undetermined. Yeah, I think it's a skill matchup.
Point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then they both have dashes at that point, and then it's who's going to jump on who.
Yasuo has a little bit more dash capability, though, than Graves. At least a shorter cooldown. He can use it to engage. He can also use it to disengage. Graves, though, I don't know the cooldown on it, but I know it's not immediately. Plus, he also has to worry about mana, while Yasuo does not.
I think it's around 8 seconds, but yeah. I would say just for early, Graves has the early damage.
Mm-hmm.
But level 6, I think Yasuo has it. So
okay. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, unless Graves is a god, and Decomposition, we've seen great stuff coming out of them. So, I'm not saying that they can't outplay, but Yasuo, he's just one of those champions that I hate so much. With every
and that's why. Yeah, and that's why I think this is going to be the first gank's going to be mid. I'll put money on it.
Oh yeah.
Lilia just wants to dance around and farm. Mordekaiser wants to try and get to the Lilia, but he won't be able to.
Right.
And then Ezreal and Seraphine are probably just going to play it safe and farm up. I'm assuming Ezreal is going to go tier. If he goes Doran's, then he'll go for some Q poke. But they'll be dealing with they'll probably get pushed in by the Ziggs and Morgana. So I think this early wave is going to be, this early lane is going to be 100% Yasuo and Graves.
Yeah.
Because he also got two really good ganking champions, Zac and Hecarim. All they want to do is gank.
That is true.
These are not farming champions. This isn't Diana or Master Yi or Udyr. Like they want to go and dive as much as possible.
Absolutely. And with that being said, we are going to go ahead and start game number 1. I'll go ahead and pull it up for you all here. We are just in the loading screen. Should be up and starting anytime soon. I think one of the players may have had a little bit of an issue. But that's okay, because we'll go ahead and load up here very soon. But yeah, game number 1. This is a best of 5 series. This is our semifinals for our Gold League Summer Split. Once again, starting on blue side is going to be Team Pink, which is Rylionns Body Pillows. And then on red side for game number 1 is going to be Team Yellow, which is sitting on wards. So yeah, I'm very excited for it. Obviously, like I said earlier, Team Yellow is and has been one of the top teams in the league for quite some time. If I'm not mistaken, like the entirety of this split for their division, they have been the reigning champions. And then also congratulations once again to Agency and Dank Cheta for go ahead and getting MVP along with Opaque 1. So shout out to them 1,000,000% because I mean they've earned it. If anything, they're in the semi.
I would say Rylionn, on your screen you actually have the league client on your right side of your screen. I don't know if you noticed that, but
What do you mean?
It's covering half your screen.
It is covering half my screen right now. I do not fully understand. I apologize. I'm looking at the stream right now, but I don't see anything wrong.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I lied. It's covering half my screen. All right. But we're in the game. You know how much we love the level 1s.
Ooh.
Yellow trying to go for it. They're trying to sneak past.
Okay, they do catch out Anime there. I do like to see that. All they do is get a shield, though, so that's, not that bad.
And he'll have it up, so nothing happening. Looks like Zac, Avi got a ward on the blue side jungle.
Good.
But other than that, nothing's happening. Level 1.
Okay, I expected to see more of an invade, personally, but that's okay. I like it. Playing it safe. This is semifinals, and they kind of know
it's only the first game, Rylionn. We have plenty of time.
That is so very true. That is so very true. But, I don't want this to be a 3-0. I know a few people have predicted that. Keep all your comments to yourself. We want at least 4 games out of this. We're definitely aiming for 5, though. I mean, that'd be like 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time, but hey, it'd be worth it. All right, we do have...
You never know. We could see some quick games. Could see some 22 minutes for the games, but...
Depends on how late it gets, I guess. But, I mean, we've seen, the nice traditional startup here across the map. We have both of the junglers starting on the same side. Agency already 2 for 2 in terms of binding, so they're looking really nice, and they're cementing their MVP status, by hitting 100% of the binds. Ooh, and just like
66%.
Yeah. No,
we spoke too soon there, Rylionn.
I did. It's the caster's curse. I apologize. Sorry, Agency. But, yeah, like you said, I mean, I thought we were going to see a lot more action, definitely in the mid lane. But right now, the camera's kind of directed towards the bot side. I mean, Phoenix is kind of looking a little bit low. I like the auto attacks coming through. Another great binding comes through for Agency.
Well, great binding, and also, so Elo did hit that level 2 first, but they did hit it at the same time as Pink. So, not able to get as much, which, I mean, in terms of, I guess, like, skills, the side of Ezreal and Seraphine probably have a stronger level 2 in terms of abilities. It's not like a Fiona or Thresh on the side of Pink where they hit level 2 and it's their time to go in.
Right.
Not getting as much of that level 2, but did hit first for a split second. But it's so hard to go on Ezreal. As soon as he gets his arcane shift to lock him down, especially if you don't land a binding. So Ziggs and Morgana just going to go for the poke. They go for the Morgana W and the Ziggs bombs.
Yep. And in the bot lane, or not in the bot lane, I'm sorry, in the mid lane, we saw a little bit of poke happening from Anime and Decomp. And here we go. Javi's going to go ahead and try to engage, though, onto the Zac. Smites are going to go ahead and go down and get a little bit of health back. Anime Titty Club's going to go ahead and roam to the top side. Very nice. They're going to have to pop the passive, though, of the Zac, and this looks like First Blood is going to go on over to Anime Titty Clap. All right, very nice. Yasuo picking up the First Blood. I think that was a really good collapse coming in from Team Pink. Overall, great communication on the Zac. He did smite, to try to get some kind of health back, and maybe he was hoping, Graves and Lilia would follow through, but I don't think that they could.
Yeah, the problem was when he did smite that there was still health on the scuttle, so that Hecarim was also able to smite.
Right.
And probably hated just the same amount of health back. And Graves not as quick to answer the top river fight as Anime Titty Clap was. Yeah. So Yasuo able to answer first. Graves still, if you looked at the minion wave, it looked like Yasuo had shoved it enough and had enough minions to answer faster, so he had the mid priority to answer first, and that's why I believe that Zac just Avi wasn't able to live there.
Gotcha. I mean, that makes sense, and yeah, I mean, it's all about positioning. It's not just timing, but you got to know where the enemy laners are currently with their wave status. This is something I'm learning relatively recently for myself, so it's not like I'm an expert on the matter. And here we go on the top side. Opek's going to go ahead and try to engage onto Fridge here before this level 6, so he knows, once his sleep is up, though, he's actually doing quite a bit of damage. It's only going to get a little bit worse, because that little Q move is just a pain in the ass when it comes to Lily. I'm not going to lie. She's just really good at zoning. She gets the extra speed. She just hits you, and then Guerrilla Warfare attacks. She just runs away. Oh.
Yeah, Mordekaiser has to land the EQ, or else he's not going to be able to do anything.
Right.
Opek does land the E, does not answer with the Q. He had the minion wave a little bit pushed towards his tower, saving the Q for minions. But, yeah, like I said, bot's probably going to be quite a bit more safe on the side of Phoenix and Swedish. They're just trying to farm up.
Yeah, I mean, that's all they really can do. Decomp did a really good job of keeping the Yasuo at bay, especially when he has the red and blue buff and the early kill. So I'm actually kind of proud of Decomp for just being able to hold off the Yasuo and stop him from being able to snowball even more so, being able to get additional kills or anything like that. But everyone seems just kind of chill. I haven't seen any ganks yet. Hecarim might be looking towards topside, though, to go ahead and try to gank Fridge. Let's see if he's going to go ahead and do so. Yes, he is. Probably Hayden's going to go to engage. Nice pull from Opek, though. The flash is used by Fridge, so really good job. Still does... Oh, no, he doesn't have the teleport available either, so this dragon is available for pink side.
All three lanes!
Oh, no. Decomposition's going to go ahead and engage, though, onto Anime Titty Clap. Very nice. Bulk use flash. And he's going to go ahead and dive underneath the tower. Is he a madman? Why would you do that? This dude's also going to be used onto Opek, and the top side flash is burned. Nice shot from probably Hayden to try to do something. Maybe hold him off, but he knows that he's not able to win that to level 6. Lilia there. Oh, wow, that was...
Yeah, flash is burned by both top and mid laners in that skirmish. But Pink coming out on top, they 2-0'd. Mordekaiser did not die in that skirmish, but as we talk about that, fight going down in mid lane.
Decomp's going to go ahead and engage into the mid lane there. The teleport was burned. He also did burn the ulti as well. Anime Titty Clap's going to go ahead and fall down to about 30% health, but while all of that reckless is happening in the bot side, they're going to go ahead and take the first dragon of the game. Cloud Drake is next in about 5 minutes, and let's go ahead and continue about what just happened there. So, Yasuo now is 2-0. That was a really good, once again, job from Anime Titty Clap. And here we go. We have the engage once again, and probably Hayden's going to be the one that picks up the kill this time. So now 3-0 for Rylionns body pillows here, and that is just going to extend the lead here out just a little bit. Now by about 1k gold. Opek's going to go ahead and engage the Fridge on. Let's see what happens. He doesn't answer with the ulti of his own because it's not up, unfortunately. Let's see if he falls here. One more Q's all it's going to take, and that burn is just slowly but surely getting there. And that is all she wrote, folks. He doesn't even have to do anything. Just stands in the circle and follows. Not fast enough.
He doesn't get the passive on his ultimate, but, it doesn't matter. They're not going to continue fighting, so he does finish the Lilia. But let's talk about what just happened in the plays before. There was a fight on top, middle, and bot all at the same time. Only flashes popped in the top and mid. Haven't been able to talk about it because they continued fighting. That fight in the mid lane between...
That's all they do.
Graves and then the Hecarim and Yasuo. It's 4 kills, just all back-to-back. And Yasuo looking so strong. And actually, the Hecarim did get the kill in that
Yes, he did.
I guess that second fight in that ordeal. So Yasuo 2-0-1, not 3-0. But crazy amount of fighting. I think really good positioning by Hated, getting, doing what Heckerman does, getting basically 2 ganks in a row, back to back. Great pathing by him, honestly. And he's still ahead in CS on the Zac. Already 2 KP and still up 6 CS, so probably Hated doing very well on this Hecarim.
And another return gank here from probably Hated onto decomposition. He is probably hating his life right now. So these are just phenomenal ganks. I mean, keep the pressure up. Like you said, mid's probably where you're going to see most of the action, and you were absolutely correct about that. So, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, Yasuo ulti's up every, 60 seconds? So, all you have to do is just engage with the E, and next thing you know, it's just a great follow-up. Like, phenomenal job and great teamwork coming in from Rylionns Body Pillows.
Yeah, I will say I did expect to see this from the bot lane. Ziggs up 20 CS. A great amount of poke and great amount of shove potential, at least early from the Morgana and the Ziggs. Ziggs with his empowered auto able to, even though he's not an ADC, able to chunk out the tower.
Oh, here we go. Javi's going to go and make his way down the top side. Yep, he is here. Mordekaiser ult is available, though, so they do have to look out for that. He's going to go ahead and use it onto the Zac. Was in tower range for just a little bit there. He's going to go ahead and gain that health back, though. Step back. He's going to take the ulti for his advantage. And nice shot from probably Hated. He does hit the fear, though, onto Javi to get him off for just a second there. Javi's going to go ahead and try to re-engage. What a madman. Opek's going to go ahead and pull in right into tower range. That's 1 tower hit, but it's not enough. He's going to get a little bit of health back from his blobs. And off they go. Bulls, man, the ball's on Javi on that one. I don't know what the re-engage is about for. But
yeah, I will say that was a good answer, but I probably Hated because there was a very large minion wave coming for Opake.
Right.
A large minion wave, and especially a Zac who can dive the tower based on his passive, as the poke comes down bot lane. But no, there is a very likely dive coming from the Lilia and Zac no matter what. Lilia, very fast. Zac, very large range on his jump. It was likely, especially, Mordekaiser being low, for them to dive. Probably Hated coming in hot and heavy, full health. Topside Ghost, ready to, ult and basically save his Mordekaiser. Clears, at least, gets a fat Q on the wave and is able to save Opake from the dive. Didn't get a kill, got a little overextended, but, able to come back and make sure that Opake doesn't, die to the dive. So, really good, once again. That was a close Ziggs ult, but really good answer by probably Hated, I have to say.
Agreed. No, that was a great counter gank. Just to ensure the safety, like you said, of Mordekaiser with the huge wave that was coming in. It was going to crash underneath tower, plus the diving potential. They already burned the passive for Javi, so that's one less thing that they have to worry about. All right, Phoenix is going to go and have to arcane shift out of there. Okay, the Morgana shield is going to go
saved by the minion.
Yeah, lucky. I mean, not luck, all skill. Ooh, very nice. He's going to go ahead and land the Q and the E combo. The passive's going to go ahead and proc now. He does have ulti available in just a little bit. Same thing with Lilia. Nice job. Okay, Javi's going to go ahead and engage underneath the tower. Phoenix is looking super low. The smite is going to go off. The shield is there, but it's not going to be enough, and he is going to fall. Agency is not going to go ahead and flash forward. Does get the nice root off on both of them. Oh, the 2-man Seraphine ulti. Agency is going to go ahead and pop the stopwatch, though, just to live for a little bit longer. The spell shield does come through, and a safe teleport from Dank Cheddar just to ensure the safety of his crew. I love that. And they're going to go ahead and take first tower. That is how you play the game. Great communication. They're down by 4 kills, but they're only down by about 400 gold. They might go ahead and take a Cloud Drake as well, which is always helpful. Can't argue with that extra cooldown reduction on the ultimate. And yeah, that's going to be their second Drake. Great job from Team Sigma.
Yeah, as expected from the side of Yellow, I expected them to play around their very strong bot side. They want to get the Ziggs fed. They want to get him to where he can, chunk half HP, with one ultimate. They want to get him to just blow up towers. Since they don't have an ADC, they need DPS on the towers. So what better way than... Oh my god!
He hit every single skill shot. All of them. What a great job. And then Anime also tried flashing out of that. Unfortunate. But Dank Cheddar coming in with the MVP skills that we know and love. And that's the reason why he is MVP for this Gold Series.
Thank Cheta coming in with 120 CS. He's been farming plates. They took the tower bot side. He has so much gold. He has his Leandries already. He's got a totem as well. He is huge right now. He only has 1 kill, but he has so much gold. And they still take the drag and they take the herald. They have so much map control. It is a little. It doesn't look as much of a lead as you can tell, since they are even in gold. But the side of yellow does have. They just got the herald, which it is past 14 minutes, so there's no more plates to get. But they will be able to take down a tower a lot easier, and they're also at 2 dragons to 0.
That is true.
We will see how the scaling goes. I still think that they're a little even on scaling. So we'll see how that pans out. They did not get the Graves fed, so they are, I will say, for the side of yellow, they are going to have to rely on this Ziggs, for sure.
Even though he's not fed, he's still doing a great job of keeping up in farm, at least, so that is something there. He's not tremendously behind. He is 0-3, but he has 5 farm less. And there we go. We have a double engage. Very nice. Forces the flash off of decomposition, so he's now completely hopeless underneath tower, except for his dash. So they might want to look for an easy pick here. They are going to clear both wards, it looks like. Yeah, Hecarim's going to go ahead and find that other one. The Rift Skull is going to be popped in the mid lane, so it is going to be another tower here. More than likely, kaboom. Yep, that is going to be it. So 2 towers now for 0 so far, and sitting on ward's favor. Is Shelly going to get another proc off? Oh, she doesn't. Wow, very nice. They were able to stop her just
Good go, Shelly.
But hey, I love the Rift Herald. I think it's a really good objective. Like you said, it's easy to secure, early plates, and then later on in game, it's able to provide a tremendous amount of pressure because the plates are no longer there. You're able to secure at least a tier 2 tower off of it, sometimes even a tier 3 if you play it correctly. But it's just something that they're going to have to play kind of behind. Like, they're 5-2, but they're down in jungle objectives. They're down in tower objectives. It seems like they're playing catch-up most of this game. And now they're even down in gold. Like, the pure CS difference coming in from these teams and just certain matchups, it's just tremendous. Like, I don't really know how they're getting so damn far ahead outside the jungle objectives, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I will say probably Hate It is playing out his mind. He's gotten so many good ganks off, and he's still 25 CS up on this Zac.
Yeah.
Probably Hate It is playing out of his mind right now. Opaque's still playing wonderful. He is bullying this Lilia, which is why, there's a 20 CS lead, 25 CS lead on the top side, which, like I predicted, I knew that Pink would be playing strong side top. They put Phoenix and Swedish on Ezreal and Seraphine. It's like, okay, we're going to play weak side bot. We're going to put y'all on safe champions where you can just chill. Don't worry about, getting kills. You're not playing Draven where you have to kill every 3 minutes. We're going to put you on safe champions. We're going to go for the late game. Get our top side fed.
Here we go.
I think
we have a lot of
well.
action going on right now. Seraphine's going to go ahead and pop the ulti off along with Ezreal. There's 4 members there from Rylionns Body Pillows and top side. We have Anime Titty Clap and Fridge is going out of here in the mid lane. Both getting really low, but Fridge having to flash away there. Lots of engage also happening, and we now have a
Oz coming out.
So
I will say, out of that Yasuo Lilia transgression, not much happened other than a flash was burned by Lilia and Ignite was burned by Yasuo. But I guess we'll talk about this top side. So 3 people on each side are top right now.
Right.
I don't know if anything really happened out of that, and I also don't know. The pause is probably for lag reasons. I doubt there was any bugs going on, but crazy amount of action going on top and mid side. I feel like it was fight after fight, which, honestly, for semifinals, we love to see it. I don't want to see a 0-0 game.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
20 minutes. Absolutely not.
No.
And it's even in gold. There's only a 400 gold lead on the side of yellow, and that is just from, I believe they got first tower gold, and then they have the tower gold, but there's a CS lead on the side of pink, so it's like one side's laning better, one side's getting more objectives, so we'll see how that evens out.
Right now it seems to be
both sides kind of having different priorities.
That's true. That's definitely true. They're trying to make their laners stronger while Yellow's playing more around, getting objectives. So Pink really wants to get the Yasuo fed. They want to get their Mordekaiser ahead. The only one that's kind of slightly behind it, and I mean, he has a Sunderer right now, so he's not that bad, is Ezreal. He's only 0-1 and 0, so he's not doing terribly at any means at all. But he is about 50 farm less than the Ziggs, who's also 1-0 right now. He already has finished Sork Boots. He has the Leandries. He's building the Zonias right now, more than likely.
I will say, if you didn't notice, I believe I could be wrong. I just left Rum mid and gave Ziggs the plates bot. I could be wrong. They could have both gotten the plates, but Ziggs got 5 plates off that bot tower.
Oh yeah,
which is huge. He got so much gold from that, plus a kill. Plus, he's at 50 CS. He is huge. And then once he gets that Zonias, then the Yasuo and the Hecarim can't jump on him. As soon as the Hecarim goes in to jump on him, they have so many answers with a Lily asleep, Zac ult. Morgana Black Shield can also stop the Mordekaiser ult,
right?
Which I didn't even think about until now. Mordekaiser, I believe, can't ult the Biggs as long as the Black Shield is out. So Mordekaiser has to wait out that Black Shield, which to get in range for that, he's got to be basically in the team, which these are all really close proximity champs. Graves has a short auto range. Lilia, most of her spells are short range. Actually, I think everyone on Lilia, Zac, and Graves, other than Zac Jump, are all short range. So they want to play these close melee fights.
Oh yeah.
Whereas the side of Pink, with the Ezreal Seraphine, they just want to poke, and then when they feel that they are comfortable, then the Hecarim and Yasuo and Mordekaiser go in.
Right. And we do have a slight buffer. Don't worry, this happens after every pause. It's so that way the game can catch up with the players and everything. So stream's not broken, your phone's not glitching. You did pay your phone bill this month. Do not worry about
right.
that.
And I will be right back, Rylionn, for 40 seconds.
Take your time, my friend. But and going after what Primus was saying here, yes, definitely. I mean, towards the top side as well. It looks like everyone is going to back off, though, after those previous engagements that just unfolded. Great job from Swedish for answering with the 2-man ulti. I believe he hit, if I'm not mistaken, it was Zac and Lilia are the 2 champions that he had hit when he was up there, or it was Ziggs and Lilia. One of those 2 combos, I believe. But still, they have a really good team comp overall, I would say, coming in from Yellow side, so they do have to be extremely careful. But that is something that Pink also really wants to answer to. They want to go ahead and do those, like you said, those melee matchups and everything along those lines. So I fully expect Anime Titty Clap, Opaque, and probably Hated to be right in the middle of Yellow. And we're going to have a team fight probably engaging here for the 3rd dragon of the game.
And this is what I've been waiting for all game, this big mid-game team fight.
Oh, Dank is going to go ahead and use the early Zonias there. Probably Hated is going to go ahead and get poked down pretty heavily, it looks like. We have Fridge on the backside, though, does take out the Hecarim, and Decomposition is going to go ahead and disconnect as well. That's super unfortunate. Dankchetta is looking very low, and he is going to go ahead and get taken care of as well. Javi is looking extremely low as well. That is going to be another one down. Opaque's going to go ahead and pick up that kill more than likely, or at least the passive. Let's see, the last one. No, it's actually going to fall to Anime Titty Clap. Very unfortunate for Decomposition to disconnect in the middle of that fight, and huge bummer for sitting on wards. They were looking really, really good in the beginning of that fight. I mean, great job from Fridge flanking on the backside. Got probably Hated and got Swedish taken care of immediately. But we did have the disconnect there in the middle of the fight, so that was unfortunate. I expect to see a pause here soon. No, I guess not.
I would expect so as well.
Yep,
there it is. Okay. Yeah, very unfortunate. I thought the pause would... I mean, it is a little tilting to pause in the middle of a fight. But I don't know. There were just so many things going on. I honestly couldn't follow. It's just every single. I will say the Mordekaiser and the Hecarim played it wonderfully, and the Yasuo doing as much DPS as he can. Seraphine and Ezra took way too much damage there at the beginning.
Yeah, agreed.
Zig's doing his job, doing everything he can. I was a little worried with that early Zonias, with all the members there in the river. I feel like the Ziggs should have had better positioning. He shouldn't have been sitting in river by himself. I think he should have been closer to the red side jungle. But you're right. It is against the rules to pause during a fight.
Yep.
I wasn't sure if that was a rule or just common courtesy, but very unfortunate that Decommission had to DC during the fight. Man, regardless, that was a hell of a fight. I feel like it was exactly how both sides wanted it. They got the things that they wanted, but at the very end, Opaque, super huge on this Mordekaiser, able to sustain so much and dealt so much damage. I think that's the reason they came out at the end.
I was really excited when Fridge go ahead and flank from the backhand side once again. I'm going to give huge props out to Fridge on that. I think Yellow would have definitely taken that team fight and their third dragon of the game if Decomposition hadn't unfortunately disconnected there. Dang Cheddar was doing some serious damage, very well in the kiting, with the Q, between all of his spells, really. Being able to break up the team, being able to go ahead and use his W to get people off of him. But just with that Yasuo in your face and unfortunately not having Decomposition there, it's just something that they're going to have to work with. And they are back. We're going to have the slight buffer here momentarily. So do not fret about that.
But Yellow still has a slight gold lead. They still have 900
about almost
gold lead.
1,000.
They're still up 2 towers. I'm also frozen, but almost 1,000 gold lead. They're still up to a drag on the side of pink. So if they get one more dragon, they are on soul point. So that fight is not game-breaking for Yellow. There's still a very much chance of their winning. That was not a game-breaking fight. It was just really good for Pink to come back and make it a closer game.
Agreed. And them getting these, few extra resistances as well with the Mountain Dragon is kind of huge. You definitely don't want them to get all 4 dragons. That would not be a good thing, especially with 4 AP champions on one team. That's just a little bit of magic resist, and the next thing you know, it's like, all right, they just will never die. I definitely expect, though, like you said, if I was Rylionns Body Pillows right now, I would definitely be saying, okay, Yasuo, you need to go ahead and split push or something. Like, they have to come at you with more than one individual. And if that's the case, then the 4 of us, the rest of us, can go ahead and take on the 3 of them. But we're going to go ahead and have a nice engage, it looks like. Oh, Binding is going to land on Anime Titty Clap, though. Didn't get that wind wall up just in time.
I will say it was smart for the pathing for, or at least the team decision for Ziggs and Morgana to go top. Normally towards the middle of the game, you want your AD carry to go mid, so you can soak up as many waves as they can.
Ooh,
but
great job from
as I talk, Anime Titty Clap coming for.
Really big.
Oh my
flashing
gosh!
it again. Oh, and because the spell shield has already gone off, he is not able to use it again. Stopwatch is going to go ahead and go off again. Does land a nice binding though onto the Yasuo. Javi's now in the middle of it, but he just doesn't do enough damage. Fridge now is getting picked off by Probably Hated. Yep, the ulti's going to come through, and the shutdown goes on over to Probably Hated. He's going to go ahead and try and get around. I do see a dive probably expected here onto the top side. Javi's passive, I don't think that it is up right now. Great binding landing onto the Hecarim. The tower's going to go ahead and focus him as well. Agency now on the run of his life. Doesn't have it. He's going to run right into the arms of Opaque, and that is going to extend him out to 2-0-2. And
that is a Ed Morgana. TP coming out top lane. They're trying to salvage and hold down this top lane. Pick. I don't know, get a little greedy here.
Getting
what is he doing?
Far away from his team, and no one else is following. Does not have the ulti available. Oh no, he already used it. He just used it onto Zac right now. Yes, he is.
They're so scared of the Mordekaiser. Honestly, I'm so surprised that Opaque lived there.
Is he? Oh my god. Yeah, he is. The shield's going to go ahead and come off. Yasuo's going to go ahead and flank from the backside again, and he's going to pick up another free kill there onto Dang Cheddar. The tornado is going to land, but he doesn't have the R up. He just utilized it, but it should be up here within the next, 30 seconds. Anyway,
yeah, I'm kind of curious. Did the Son of Yellow just not have enough cooldowns to kill the Mordekaiser, and that's why they backed off?
Maybe.
I thought that was a dead Mordekaiser. Opaque, The rest, well, I mean, the side of pink was still finishing the tower when Opaque went in, so I thought they would just finish him off and then back off, but he just sat there and tanked 3 people.
Yeah.
Opaque with the big kahunas saying, I'm gonna do as I please. I'm gonna 3v1. I don't care. We're taking this tower whether you want me to or not. So that's crazy. Opaque just showing his MVP status. I'm the best top laner in the league. You love to see it.
You do love to see it, and I mean, he's come clutch time and time and time again, and giving him a Mordekaiser is definitely not going to do you any favors whatsoever. A
3-0-2 Mordekaiser, mind you.
Well, you got to earn that, but I mean, just giving him Mordekaiser in general is not a good look. I mean, there isn't a whole lot that he can't play, so really anybody you give him is going to be a terror. But Dragon is going to be up here in the next 30 seconds, so Red is already going to go ahead and set up for that. They're going to pick up the Scuttle, get the early vision, nice vision wards as well around the pit, just in case. And
TP on the Graves and the Mordekaiser, so both of them can answer. Mordekaiser shoving into the top turrets. We have to keep that in mind.
We do. Let's see if Graves is going
to both sides trying to get mid prio, so we'll see what happens. But Team Yellow does have priority on this Dragon. They have the Scuttle, they have the Pinks, they have priority on this Dragon, and they're going for Soul Point. They want this third Dragon.
They definitely do.
Looks like Mordekaiser is either backing or waiting for the TP. I think Mordekaiser is waiting for the TP.
Yeah, he's patient.
Graves is backing, gonna spin his gold, and probably TP into the fight. So we'll see what happens.
Alright, Seraphine, this is a really nice ulti setup. Ziggs is going to go ahead and use the ulti as well. Seraphine's going to land a 3-man ulti. Very nice. Animated Club's going to go ahead and get onto Agency, who's going to force the flash as well. Nice biting's going to come through. It looks like Yasuo might be stepping up a little too far. Shut down on over to Javi there. Javi's going to go ahead and full engage. Swedish Pancake looking real low. Same thing with that one Phoenix. The Q's going to land, but it's not going to be enough to go ahead and collide with anybody, and they might pick up their third dragon. Oh, the ulti, okay, coming in from probably hit. He's going to go ahead and engage, though. He's going to step up, and it doesn't matter. Javi's going to go ahead and slay him and pick up their third dragon. Very nice look from sitting on wards. And once again, they may be down, but they are not out whatsoever. You cannot discount this team. They're going to go ahead and take their win. They know that the jungler and the Yasuo were both dead, and they might go ahead and try to pick up a Baron. Can they burst it in this current positioning?
Ziggs destroys dragons, I will say, just with his DPS. Graves still does a lot of DPS on the dragon. They don't have an 80 carry, but they still do have a lot of damage.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
At least single target damage on this team, so they're just gonna burst it down. I am curious. Looking at the dragon pit, I don't think since they pulled it out that the Hecarim had vision on the health of the dragon.
Right.
So I think that probably Hayden just he just yeeted it, hoping that the dragon was a little lower, but he did go a little bit early where the dragon was still at, what, like 1,800 HP, to where even when he smited, there was still enough HP for him to not basically steal it. A little early, but I don't think he had vision on it, to where, like, I don't think he knew health enough to get a good steal. So, sucks for probably Hayden. He's been playing good all game, but Yellow, they just have been having drag control all game. The only time they lost drag was, I believe they lost a big fight, and then they, lost a drag prio for that first mountain dragon. But outside of that, they've had really good bot control, and that's just stemming from them playing a great bot lane.
Absolutely, like it's been a really good job for Javi to either be calling out like where the other jungler is at. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with what probably Hayden's doing. His presence in lane is definitely... He has a 6-2 Yasuo. He has a 3-0 Mordekaiser. Like, he's doing what the jungler is supposed to be doing. But on the other end, Javi's also doing what the jungler is supposed to be doing, and that's picking up jungle objectives. So, they've gotten the Rift Scuttle, they've gotten Baron, they've gotten 3 out of the 4 dragons up here so far. I don't know if Bridge wants to engage this. Dankchet is also getting 3v1 here into the mid lane. The Seraphine ult is going to come through, force the flash by Dankchet. A really nice look.
Yeah, great flash by the Ziggs. But Sleep coming in from the Lilia, but I don't think it'll end up in a kill. I will say both teams are playing what their team comms want. Side of Yellow, they want those close skirmishes.
Right.
They want to get as many objectives as possible. With the Ziggs.
Decomp in the top side there. he is just doing work with these Baron minions. I'm loving every second of it. He is capitalizing
this
heavy
is a
with his
split
Baron
push
buff.
team.
Yeah, absolutely.
When they're not split pushing, they want close skirmishes, especially on that drag fight. They want to get as many people as close as possible, which is best for those dragon fights. They want to get as much AoE as possible with the Morgana.
Oh, Anime City Club's going to go ahead and 2v1 here in the bot side. Frage is going to go ahead and pop the Zonias. Really nice from Javi to go ahead and collapse on that. Great CC as well. And then Frage is going to go ahead and pick off the kill from there. And in the top side jungle, we do have a nice fight happening. Force the flash from Decomp. Ulti from the Hecarim over the wall. He doesn't have any vision. He just goes off a hunch. And
yeah, I would say very late ultimate by the Hecarim, but really good play by Yellow. I would say Anime Titty was kind of overextended. You know, most of his team was so far away on the map, and they didn't have the vision on all the members of Yellow. So I think he was a little overextended, but great play by both sides on that skirmish.
Opaque using the flash there in the mid lane. I don't know if you noticed that. He just used it now to... I think the Morgana key was going to miss anyways, but he did it for good measure. But he can't see that.
Yeah, it's just funny. On both sides of the map, both sides got caught out.
Yeah.
On the side of Yellow, Decommission getting caught out on the top side, you know, the blue side jungle. And then Yasuo, the Anime Titty, getting caught out on the bot side lane. It's just... This game is just so two-sided. There's no one team that's just winning everything. Both teams are playing really well, and also a few mistakes, but both teams getting what they want at different times.
Very true, and the next dragon's going to be up here in 30 seconds. All ultis are available except for Hecarim, which will be up by the time dragon's up.
This is going to be a huge fight. This is for Soul, so both sides going to fight nail and teeth for this.
Yeah,
and I'm so about it.
Or most spells are up, not all, but most spells are up for both sides.
I will say there are 2 flashes down on the side of pink and only 1 on the side of yellow. Looks like other than...
Oh my god, great job.
As I speak to you soon.
He's going to go ahead and pick up the kill onto Jangteta into the backline there. We do see Mordekaiser and probably Hated. Very nice. The 3 of them are going to go ahead and have to back off there. Only 1 member is dead so far. I don't know where... Alright, they're all in the middle there. Okay, so yeah, they're like, alright, we might have to give up this dragon. That's okay. And they're going to go ahead and engage, though, in a 2v4. I don't know if they should be there. Mordekaiser's going to be forced to ulti, it looks like. He's going to go ahead and take Fridge. Underneath tower, is it going to be enough? No, it is not. And he is going to fall on over to Fridge. But Blue's going to go ahead and pick up their second Mountain Dragon of the game. Doesn't matter. We have cleanup crew coming in from Anime Titty Clap. He's going to go to pick up the kill onto Fridge there. Flash forward from Phoenix, and the D-Comp is going to go ahead and pick up the kill onto that one Phoenix. Great job from capitalizing on that. Using, you know, of course, the environment to his favor. Probably Hated is on the hunt, and probably Hated is going to go ahead and secure that kill for Anime City Clap once again. 9-3-2. 300 gold bounty now on Yasuo's head. I mean, it's like they're, like you said, it's not any one game for each team. Like,
that was
they're both
so
winning
even.
in different ways.
Right, so they both went 2 for 2. Ezreal dies, Mordekaiser dies, Lilia dies, Graves dies. Red side, which is yellow, did not get their stole because they got pushed out of the fight. So instead, they made the smart decision to, like, okay, we got pushed out of drag. We can't answer the drag fight because we don't have the right engage. So we're going to go for a mid instead. And then that starts a whole new mid skirmish.
Yep.
Overall, 4 people die, 2 on each side. So mid gets, or I guess yellow gets a turret. Yellow gets a turret, pink gets a dragon. Which I guess is an even trade? So nothing's happening. Nothing is happening. There's still a 1,000 gold lead on yellow, which is minuscule when it comes to 30 minutes in the game.
Right. I mean, they're just so neck and neck every single time. Like, it doesn't show it in kills, but in, like you said, in terms of gold, objectives, now they're starting to pick some up across the map on Rylionns, body pillows, you know, 3 towers to 6. They're just doing a great job. Oh, all the vision, and they didn't even have vision. What on earth was that? The blind Q coming in from Morgana. AGC is going to go ahead and also utilize the Zonias there. I think it was just out of fear there. And great job flanking from the backside. Fraser is going to go ahead and land both of them. The sleep is going to come off as well. Zig's ulti is going to go ahead and secure some damage as well. Agency is going to fall, though, to that one Phoenix. Fridge is going to be forced to go ahead and circle around back. Animate City Clap now in the middle of it. Double kill on over to that one Phoenix. He's showing his true strength. It looks like Animate City Clap now on the hunt for Javi. Decomposition's there to back him up. And Graves is going to go ahead and get the shutdown. Very nice. The passive coming in from Javi, though, is going to go ahead and keep him alive for just a little bit longer. That one Phoenix now completely caught out. Dangchet is going to provide some kind of support, and Dangchet is going to pick up the kill. 4 members for just 2 members. Great job from sitting on wards. They've caught up.
I don't know what to look at.
It's just happening all
I
over
was
the
such
place.
I was such a flip flop. First, it looked really good for yellow. Then it looked really good for pink, and then it looked again good for yellow. That was just such flip flop. It's just there was so much going on that I can't even follow what's happening. Like there's just skirmish after skirmish. I expected that from these teams. These are not, I would say, standard front to back. Let's play 5 versus 5 teams.
Right.
These are, let's sit in the jungle and skirmish and try to get as many picks as we can. A little bit more poke on the side of pink, but other than that, this is a, wombo combo. Let's throw ourselves in comps. This is, oh my gosh, that was so much action. And okay, I will say, side of yellow did come out a little bit ahead. They're now at a 2K gold lead.
Fridge is possibly a little bit too far extended. No, the rest of his team's got his back. No worries. Sorry about that.
But it was a 4 for 2. So
yeah,
yellow did come out on top. They were able to get, especially that Graves decomposition, just doing so much damage.
Insane.
Lily getting some great lockdown.
Did they
Six
get
doing.
that?
Okay, so they didn't. Pink did get the scuttle, which now they're fighting for this potential soul point or 3rd Drake for the side of Pink.
Yep.
So this is still a very important. This is actually one of the most important dragons. Besides them, the next one, if the side of Pink gets another Drake.
Exactly. Nice bindings. A lot of poke coming in, though, from sitting on wards here. They're trying to go ahead and flank from mid lane, though, it looks like. So Morgana's trying... Morgana's going to go ahead and circle around as well. Okay, Ziggs is going to use the ulti a little bit early just to get a little bit of vision on the rest of the team. Decomp's going to go ahead and pop the ulti off as well. They're going to go ahead and poke down Opaque heavily, though. Probably Hayden is going to go ahead and engage heavily. Enemy Titty Clap's now going to go ahead and get 1 kill on the decomposition. Dagkid is going to be forced to use the Zonias. The second Zonias coming in from Fridge, and he is going to go ahead and fall. 4 members now up. 4 sitting on wards. A flash forward from Agency to get the root, and the pool is going to be enough. Agency is going to go ahead and escape barely with his life. Can he get away from the Heckrum? Yes, he has another great binding coming through. The focus now on the Jangchetta. It is just too much, but it doesn't matter. He shouldn't have re-engaged, but that's all right. Heckrum's going to go ahead and pick up 1 of the kill. Now we have 3 really low members. Oh my god! And the damage coming in from Fridge. I thought Angel was going to be able to do it, but he couldn't. A shutdown comes on in, and now he is the only member left from Pink. Let's see if he's able to do it. Javi on the hunt. He's going to go ahead and do a nice juke. No, the slow is going to come through. Oh my god, so much healing is coming through. Lots of healing coming in from the Heckrum W. The missed ulti coming in from Dangchetta. And the ace finally coming in from Javi. What a fight. Teleport's going to slide through from Graves just to secure this dragon. And I don't think that blue can get there in time. They teleported us once to the backline. Opaque, you're a monster. There's 3 members that are available now.
Opaque versus the world.
Let's see if it.
I don't think he'll be able to. I would say unless no, there's no way he gets this. Wow, what a fight! That was neck and neck the whole time. Each side just doing so much. I will say I'm questioning that one Phoenix's positioning because they didn't have vision on most of the bushes in
going to engage on
the river.
Opaque here. Opaque's going to go ahead and pop off with the ulti to start off this fight just to get a little bit of those resistances, but the rest of the team is just surrounding him. The shield is going to go up, flashes over the Morgana binding, but it doesn't matter. Hourglass is going to get popped to save him a little bit of time, but Frage is going to be picking up that 1 kill. And here we go. Baron is up and available. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, Anime Titty Clap's going to go ahead and engage onto the tier 2 bot tower. It looks like they're going to trade Baron for maybe... Yep, tier 2 is going to go down. Let's see if he's able to secure tier 3. I don't know if he has the ability to do it on his own. Can they even try to stop them from getting the Baron? Can they stop them from backing? If they do get the Baron, that's the question. Probably
Yeah, they already
Hayden's going
sent
to get
Ziggs back,
binding.
so he won't get. I doubt he'll get the inhib, and
He
I
can
probably
definitely
hated. Doesn't die.
That was close. Great ulti out of there to secure it, but Dang Cheddar, lands the tornado, but the Zhonya is going to get popped off. All right, very nice. He was able to at least secure the tier 3 tower in the bot lane, so not all is lost. They still have top lane open, though. None of them are backing. They're just going to go in and allow them to... Why didn't they just walk up? I know they're kind of low, but that's a free inhibitor. I don't know.
Yeah, no, Seraphine Ezra was trying to back, but they just, I guess, just let it go down. Honestly, just very questionable positioning by the side of Pink. I don't know.
I don't know what that was about. 3 people versus Raptors. Let's go! Yeah, that was kind of...
Yeah, I will say it was smart to send the Ziggs bot lane. He probably has the best wave clear out of the 5 of them. So able to save the inhib. He has the Zhonyas to deal with the Yasuo tornado. Great Zhonyas. He would have gotten ulted if that had landed. And I do think that Yasuo would have killed him in that instance and taken the inhib.
Absolutely.
So great Zhonyas by the side of Dank. Very questionable plays by Pink right now. I honestly thought they had some handle on the game until now. Now it's 4K lead by the side of Yellow. You know, kills are tied, but they're up.
Picked off here, looks like by Agency and by Hobby, but the rest of Team Rylionns, Mighty Pillars is there as well. Zhonya's is going to be popped, and the Ziggs ulti is going to be popped off as well. Animated Club's going to go ahead and slay Agency. Really nice, but one of his brethren has fallen as well, and there it is. I don't know, he's getting drowsy. He's going to be put to sleep. Yes, he is. That's 3 members there for just 1, and this looks like this might be the beginning of the end of game number 1 here for Rylionns.
Yeah, Pink's they're not even safe in their own jungle. There's so many wards on the side of Pink in their own jungle, and yet they're still not able. A lot of their vision was, like, I guess, on the bottom side of their jungle, so they were attempting to ward the top side. The mid tower's down. They're both tier 2s and mid and bot are down. So they're like, okay, we'll try and get some vision on the bottom side of our jungle. Hello is ready to meet them when they go to ward.
We have a 3-man pull though from Opaque. That's 1 tower down. I mean, with Ziggs' pushing capabilities, it's so difficult to siege against this, or like anti-siege. Like, you can't wave clear fast enough before Ziggs is able to just come in and just wreck all of this stuff.
And that's why he's so good as a quote-unquote 80 carry, right? Because you still have the DPS on objectives that 80 carries are so important for. But you still get the burst and especially that, I guess, global presence that Ziggs has, right. With his ultimate. He still has the poke that not many 80 carries have, where he can throw his QWE, which are a little bit longer than most 80 carries auto attacks. He can still poke you out and still have the 80 carry DPS on objectives, like especially towers. Which is why Ziggs is still very strong as an 80 carry bot.
Absolutely. Everything you said is 100%
I guess AP carry bot.
And I love playing Ziggs on ADC role. Like, it's definitely one of my favorites. Mix it up with like a Swain or something. You throw a W, pop it off. Swain just rolls him in, gets his E off on his own. Like, there's so many different combos that complement Ziggs. It's unreal. And there we go. There's an example of his globalness again, just like you said. He's able to be pretty much in 2 different lanes at the same time with his ultimate. And Opaque's going to go ahead and land a nice pull there. The Seraphine ulti is going to go ahead and pop off as well, but only lands on 1 member, unfortunately. Mordekaiser's going to go ahead and engage with the ulti onto Fridge. Doesn't amount to anything, though, unfortunately. And here we go. We have probably Hayden's going to ulti onto the backline to try to save his friend. He is going to be forced down there to about 40% health. They do have to back up, though, if they want to try to live. Animated Club got hit by Morgana biting in. They definitely capitalized on that. Really nice. Hoppy is just hanging out by a thread. He is going to go ahead and pop the passive, unfortunately. Dang Cheddar is on a killing spree. Takes out the Hecarim as well. Decomposition getting a little bit too excited. Runs past the tower there. Hoppy's going to go ahead and try and re-engage. I don't know if they're able to stop this siege here. Phoenix, almost gets hit by the binding coming in from Agency, but no, to no avail.
Yeah, so I guess I was very wrong. I thought the side of Pink would be able to play at least team fights in front to back a lot better.
Yeah,
but,
they're proving that otherwise.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if that's just based on Gold Lead and how strong Yellow is, but that's looking like game number 1 for the side of Yellow. Congratulations. Game 1 of 5. So.
Yep, best of 5 series, definitely. I mean, great job once again from Team Yellow. I mean, they played really, really well. Team Pink did a phenomenal job early game. Phenomenal job. Like, you cannot argue
amazing.
against that.
Well, and I think that both sides got exactly what they wanted.
Right.
The side of Yellow, they wanted their Ziggs to get as much plates, as much gold, just keep them on his island, poke out the Ezreal and Seraphine as much as you can.
Right.
The side of Pink got exactly what they wanted. They want to get as much on their carry, as much on the Mordekaiser as they could. Ekram ganked as much as you could, mid and top side. Both sides got what they wanted, which is why it was such a close game.
Right.
It was honestly crazy how for the first 30 minutes it looked like a two-sided game. There was no clear winner up until the very end, honestly.
Right.
The side the side of Pink got what they wanted. They wanted to slow the game down. They wanted to farm. That's where they had their gold lead. Side of Yellow, they put their pressure on bot. Get as many dragons as you can.
That's
the
name of the game. It's objectives. It's not so much as like, yeah, it's good if your laners get ahead, but if the whole team is going ahead and getting all of the passives from the dragons, securing every single jungle objective, getting that early tower gold as well. Like, these are the things that are really going to help out your team. So even though, yes, Yasuo might have 6 kills right now and 2 deaths, that's okay because he is strong individually, but as a team unit, that's just something that they were lacking just slightly thereof. They had really good individual laning phases, but once they tried putting it all together, it just kind of fumbled up a little bit. I mean, Seraphine ultis weren't as impactful as they should have been. Ezreal really was never able to get ahead at all. Ziggs was just applying way too much pressure down there. Got the first tower in like 10 minutes. So, everything was just pushing into the Ezreal. He couldn't overextend all that far. He couldn't farm all that much without the risk of having Zac coming out of nowhere or, having Graves show up as well. Like, it was really well executed from Team Yellow from beginning to end. And really, as we saw, they were down in kills most of this game. 100%. And it was just the farming that really capitalized and kept them into the game and eventually led to this first victory.
Yeah, I think Yellow just played the objective game. They weren't going for the early kills other than to maybe get the Ziggs fed.
Absolutely.
I definitely think Pink could have played more on the top side because they were playing that weak side, bot lane.
Right.
They should have gotten more heralds. At one point, Yellow got both Drag and Herald, which even after a good team fight, that should as an early game team fight that shouldn't have happened.
Right.
I don't know, with Hecarim, who, has a quick clear compared to the Zac, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I definitely think that Hecarim could have done some more counter jungling. I don't think I saw him as much on topside jungle of the Zac. I think he could have, post gank top, immediately gone to clear some of Zac's jungle. But I mean, I think they could have done more on the top side since they were playing for that strong side top. That they could have done more.
Right.
They should have taken every herald, 100%.
Absolutely.
They had that huge lead in the jungle. They had the huge lead in top, and they had the huge lead in mid. They should have won top side no matter what.
Right.
Losing early drags isn't the worst thing. You can lose the first 2 drags and still be perfectly fine.
And they picked up the next 2 though. They had 2 Mountain Drakes at their disposal, so they did They did do well in that regards.
Yeah, it's just I think it really came down to team fights.
Anime wasn't able to capitalize.
I don't know.
As much
Yellow
as
just had a better team fight comp.
Ziggs just staying in the back, poking down with his Qs. He's always engaging with his ulti as well. I don't know if anyone noticed that, but he would throw his ulti first before anything. But let me go ahead and also get the new draft up and ready for all of you. They should be starting here within the next couple of moments. But yeah, great game number 1. Once again, this is the best of 5 series. It is Team Pink, which is Team Rylionns Body Pillows, versus Team Yellow, which is Team Sitting on Wards. They will now be switching sides, so Team Yellow will be on blue side, Team Pink will be on red side, and I believe the draft should be ready here in the next few moments. Let me go ahead and get that.
Also, if anyone's asking, everyone's saying I look like good old Jehovah's Witness. It's playoffs, guys. I'm fueling my inner caster. I'm looking good.
You are.
I'm trying to dress for the occasion. This is playoffs, guys. This is the real deal. Don't ask questions. I look good. I'm dressing up.
Agreed.
I'm not knocking on doors asking, have you met our Lord and Savior?
Hey,
Hey, Matcha's donating my cause. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Hey, that's all you need. Matcha, you're an A1 from day one.
It's okay. Rylionn wanted to dress up with me, but this man doesn't have ties at his house, so I gotta call him out for it. This man doesn't have one tie in his house.
Oh my god, Tilted.
Calling you out.
10-man sub. Thank you so very much. Analife, Dak, Koj, Swedish Empyrean, a part of Manny, Eminem's third brother, Missing Jungler, Core Agency, Grand Theft Auditor, and MOBA Lobbin. Thank you. You got to thank Tilted for that one. 10 subs. What an absolute monster. Just for that, I'm going to go off and play an ad for you because, that's the best way to celebrate, is it not? After you just get...
Yeah, and that's the man from my own team. That's Matcha. That's my man's.
A1 since day one.
He loves to simp. It's fine.
I love it. Let's go ahead. I'm going to play a 1-minute ad just for the cause and just in time as well for this draft to be up and ready. So here we go. We have the first 3 bands underway already from Sitting on Wards, which is Team Yellow. That is going to be the Viego, the Pantheon, and the Camille. And then coming in from Rylionns Body Pillows, we have the Zillion, the Kane, and the Morgana. Okay, so no Morgana this time, as we saw in the last game. What do you expect? Do you expect to see any picks or repicks from the first game,
Honestly, I think they'll probably stick with their picks and bans, or at least their bans from the first game. The picks, the picks from Sitting on Wards was interesting. I was not expecting any of what they played. That was a comp they will probably never play for the rest of at least this series, but I will say they could play the Ziggs again, but I doubt they'll play the Graves or the Lily at the top again, because they did get punished on those. So I don't think we'll pick those again.
It worked out later on in game, but early, it kind of nipped them a little bit. We already have the 2 ADC picks coming in from both the teams. It looks like Varus is going to be picked up by Yellow. Jinx is going to be the answer back to that from Pink. So I do like the Jinx carry. Varus is really good lane poking, obviously. Later in game, he's also a menace, but Jinx, I think, scales a little bit better as the game progresses rather than Varus. He just kind of has that early poke, especially on lethality. I would assume that he's probably going to go that. We do have the...
Yeah, Rylionn, sorry, I got to exit the cast because every Matcha needs me for a flex game. This man's...
What? He's crazy. Sorry, ain't happening.
He gives 10 subs and now he expects me to play.
Nah, sorry.
This man asking too much.
He signed a contract. I don't think so. No, I'm just joking. If you need to go, you can, but don't leave me.
Yeah, like you said, Rylionn's picking the Hecarim again. I think, such a strong game on, probably hated on that Hecarim. Big fan. He did so well. He had great pathing, great ganks. The early game from the Hecarim was amazing. I think on the side of Pink, he played super well. Glad to see the Hecarim again. He knows he plays it well, so he's going to pull it out again. Maokai coming from the side of Yellow. That's, I'm assuming, a support Maokai. So they're picking their bot lane early. So we'll see. And then the jungle pick from the Zac again on the side of Yellow.
Ooh, you love to see the Maokai pick, by the way. I do enjoy me some Maokai support. I was playing him a little bit early on last week, and yeah, he's his little saplings. It's a really good deterrent to just stay out of every bush. Essentially, it's like just don't walk in there. And then the brand pick, I don't know if that might be mid or support, so it's a good flex pick, especially for the third one, because we have the second ban round coming through right now. So we really don't know if that was mid or support, but based off of...
I will say it's probably support.
I would assume so
knowing, I'd say it's a good, like you said, the saplings are so annoying. So Bran is a good, I guess, return because Bran is not someone like Leona or Nautilus or Thresh where they want to sit in bushes and wait for you to step out, and they want to get that hook or get that, or even Morgana get that binding, out of the brush to catch you. Bran just wants to sit in the middle lane and throw W's and Q's at you.
Yep.
He doesn't care where he's in the lane. He's going to poke you out with his range. So I think that's really, really good return pick from the side of Pink.
Ooh, and the Graves and Ornn bans coming through, respectively. Rylionns, Body Pillows banning out Graves, and Malphite, it looks like, is their final one. And then the Ornn, and then they have one final ban here for Yellow, which should be here shortly. After that, I'll go ahead and throw the predictions up. Go ahead and let me get that ready for all of you wonderful, wonderful folks.
I don't know. We all said Yellow would come out with the win, but Pink just said, I'll try, but Yellow came out the win anyways, so we'll see if Yellow can pick up the win again.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, they like we all already know they've been extremely, extremely high up there for the majority of this summer league so far. So they are, I would assume, as like the quote unquote favorites if we had betting for this so far. But let me go ahead, and the final pick, it looks like is going, or ban, I'm sorry, is going to be Shen. Okay, really nice. So they are definitely targeting the top lane. They don't want Opaque to have anything that he's really comfortable with whatsoever. We've seen him on Shen. We've seen him on Ornn. The Camille, like they are definitely.
It looks like he's probably going to be on set though. I doubt it's a set support, so they're putting Opaque on the set.
Yeah, that's a good move.
So they're probably leaving the counter pick on mid. So they do want Anime Titty to get that counter pick mid. So we'll see what Yellow counter picks. They have seen the top lane. So
another Lilia.
Are they going to pick the Lilia into the set?
Yeah,
it looks like it.
Yeah,
I'm assuming Zach's going jungle Maokai support. So
that's what I would assume as well. I mean, I can't wait to see the final pick. This is just going to cement it, but I would definitely assume that it's going to be Lilia's top lane again. Yes.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the mid lane pick is for Yellow because it doesn't look like they have a lot of DPS. With Maokai Zach, you're not seeing a lot of damage. Lilia.
Lucian mid.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll make up for the DPS.
Yep.
And, as I said,
Lucian
a lot of attack or a lot of AD on the side of Yellow in terms of DPS. Lilia usually goes more for like support items, and Zach obviously going for tank items. So all of the AP pretty much is going to be on the Lilia, even though she is on support items. So, but the Aurelia pick coming out for Rylionns Body Pillows, so they also don't have a lot of, I guess, tank matchups to answer the lack of AP for Yellow.
Irelia into the Lucian. I think that might be a little bit difficult for Lucian in the long run. Early on, he's just Lucian. He's going to be able to get those 3 procs off, get the press the attack, dash in, dash out. But after level 3, I'm going to go with Irelia on this one moving forward. And especially on level 6, when she's able to go ahead and land her ultimate along with the stuns on top of that, she's going to run Conqueror, obviously, and it's just going to be downhill from there. So as long as Lucian can kind of capitalize early with the amount of poke and pressure that he provides, and as long as Zach is kind of hovering around there, that's going to be really what I think sitting on Ward's needs. Same thing coming in from Rylionns Body Pillows, though. If they can ensure that Set and Irelia, because I think Jinx and Brand have enough poke to where they don't really have to worry that much about Varus and Maokai, because right as soon as Maokai engages, I mean, Brand's going to throw a W, he's going to throw a pillar, he's going to throw a stun. He's going to get burst down immediately. And are you going to go tank Maokai or are you going to go AP Maokai? If you're going AP Maokai, which I would recommend, that's where you're going to capitalize most on the saplings and the rest of your moves. I don't know what else that they could possibly do, though, for sitting on wards. If they don't take this early, I don't see them winning this one.
Yeah, I know. These are just very, even comps on both sides. I don't think any one team won the draft. I mean, we got two AD mids. We got two. I guess like. 'Cause I'm assuming that the set is top, so the Aurelia is going to do her best to poke out the set. But I think once set gets a good trade, he'll probably win. Just like he did with the Mordekaiser. As soon as he locks in the Lilia, he wins the trade. So I think Lilia is just kind of going to be playing for team fights and just trying to get as much farm as you can. Being in Nushin's top lane. I mean, once again, we got the Zac and the Hecarim, so who knows how the ganks will go on who wins top or mid. But once again, I think it's going to be a slow bot lane. This is not. I mean, Brand Jinx, very high damage, very high poke. Varus Maokai, probably going to be playing more safe. Playing for the long range Varus Qs. Trying to, clear the wave as much as possible. I would say, Rylionn, just based on the draft, like, where do you think this is going? Like, yellow or pink?
I mean, based off of the draft so far, I really like where pink is going personally. I like the Jinx, I like the Aurelia, and I like the set. The Hecarim and the Brand are just icing on top of the cake. All Brand has to do late game is just pop his ulti off, and he's pretty much dead. Maokai can engage, but he's just going to get blown up immediately in this comp, I think. Jinx has enough peel to where the Maokai engage really isn't going to matter at all. Plus, I mean, even if he ulties, though, it's still... all she has to do is step behind somebody, and she's fine.
I will say, I saw the Twitch chat, and it was 100% yellow. So, I threw in a couple thousand points on the side of pink to throw off that prediction. So now it's 33% pink, 67%, 33% yellow, 67% pink. So everyone throw your predictions on. There's only 3K points on the line on Twitch, so throw in your predictions. It's still halfway through the choice of the predictions. So use those Twitch points, those team get points, throw them in. Is it pink or yellow? I'd love to see it. Honestly, based on draft, it could go either way. Based on the first game, both teams were coming in hot. They both got their win conditions until the late game. It could go either way for the rest of the series, honestly.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, both teams have really good capabilities. A lot of people are saying Pink is just going to win this based off of comp. And I'm not going to lie. Their comp is just ridiculously strong. But that's what we said last game as well, and they played extremely well. So well with the Ziggs. Like, they peeled so great. He was able to go ahead and get serious damage off. They also have the Lucian mid, along with Varus. Like, they just have a lot going down.
Yeah, which I will say, we had a problem in Camp Select, so it'll be a little bit longer for us to get into the game. We have to restart the draft on the client side, so just bear with us. It'll probably be, I'd say, 4 minutes until we get into the actual game.
Well, one can only hope. Let me go.
But it looks like there was some problems with the client, which...
just a quick little restart then?
It looks like there was a problem with picking the champion that they wanted to pick. So it will restart the draft. Obviously, you don't want to play with the champion you're not going to play.
Well, let's see. No, you can't. No, you can't pick a champion that you're not going to play. Actually, he said, "How did he pick Akshan?" Yeah, Akshan's not allowed. I don't think in.
Akshan is actually not allowed until after the split. So.
Really?
Yeah, I believe so. Team Gap does not allow Akshan for at least this split. So.
Well, I don't blame him. Akshan he's been a huge pain. I don't know. Have you versed him a lot recently or not?
I have. So I've been playing a lot of Spellbook just because why not?
Right.
And Akshan, I love seeing Action Viego because you got one side where it's like, I want to kill every champion and steal your champions.
Right.
So Viego really good at, as soon as he gets one kill, just gets 4 kills.
Right.
Then he dies to the Action, and all of the champions he killed come back to life, and it's like, what is going on, Riot? We have a champion that loves taking control of other champions, and he dies, and another champion just revives all of his champions. Right. I will say the most annoying thing with Action is late game. So, like, late game, you have a 40-second cooldown on times. Action gets a triple kill. That 40-second respawn timer,
yep,
right there. They're all alive. That can
change a whole.
I've seen it happen in my games where it's like we were behind, we come back, we get an ace,
yep,
pretty much, except for the Ashcon. Ashcon kills 3 of us, or he kills 2 of us when we're trying to come back,
yep,
and his whole team comes back alive.
Yep.
On 40-second cooldowns. It's like, okay, well now they just win the game. When like that one time we could come back, we get that one big team fight to come back. Oh, just kidding. He just revived his.
He's like the anti quadra kill like member. You know what I mean? If you can get a quadra, but you can't kill Akshan, and then Akshan comes back and just takes care of that one member, your whole team is.
Well, and he just killed the one person that got the quadra, and his whole team's back alive.
Yep, done. Like nothing ever happened.
200 years, right? You know, you can't
argue with
I guess
it.
you can't talk shit, whatever, but
I mean, you can always talk. You can always talk shit. It's just, are they going to do anything about it? And the answer to that is no.
No, absolutely not. Is he going to get a nerf? Who knows?
Probably not. He's too strong.
I don't know. I love playing Viego, which is a decent answer to Action. So all you have to do is just kill the Action, and then it doesn't matter.
He's another one of those champions that's just like, okay, this guy needs to be banned all the time. Like he's just one of those new like I just feel like every new champion just really has to go. All of them have been broken.
Well, and they add so many new mechanics.
That's true.
It's just trying too hard. I don't know.
It's keeping it interesting though. I mean, this game's been around for like 10 years. So, like, you gotta change it up a little bit. You know, they do the reworks, they do everything. Okay, I thought they picked the wrong person again. I was like,
12 years. It's been around for 12 years.
Oh,
I had to do the math. But
got you. Well, 12 years.
I
years.
believe LCS has been around for 9. So professional League of Legends has been around from 9 to 10 years.
Okay.
So,
and that's what I mean. A lot of people really didn't start getting into it until like 2013, 2014, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I started playing in 2012, so yeah, you're probably right. Like, you know, a majority of the community started playing in between 2011 and 2013.
Who's the first champion that was newly released when you started playing? The first one I can remember, I want to say Renekton. I don't know. It was either Renekton or Darius.
I actually remember, because that was back when they had the loading screens, where it's like when a new champion came out, they had a new loading screen.
Yeah, they did.
I was right between... I remember I first started, and it was Elise and Zed were the loading screens.
Those were good ones. I wish I could... I wonder if I could pull them up. I think I can. But yeah, those were definitely some
the
of my
release dates?
Yeah, or the animations themselves, so that way...
Oh, I'm actually curious of the release dates of those champions. Look up Elise first.
I want to say she came out, 2012 or 2013?
It's October 2012. It's October 26, 2012. So...
it was around that
wow, time. It's only been almost 9 years, so
yeah,
love to see it.
And I'm still in silver. That's great. That's so great.
Hey, you and me both. That's why we don't play the game, we cast the game.
Exactly. If you can't play, you cast. And if you can't cast,
exactly,
then I don't really know. Then just don't play the
watch
game.
LCS.
Then you just watch LCS.
Go play Pokemon Unite. That's a new MOBA coming out.
Okay, I actually had an argument with not an argument. It was more of like a heated debate about Pokemon Unite and their pay to win aspect of it. And he's like,
"Is it really pay to win?"
Oh, absolutely. Well, okay, I don't know. I don't play the game, but I've been watching people because I don't have a Switch. But I've been watching people do reviews over it. And essentially, there's an in-game item that you can hold. So imagine if someone in League of Legends can hold an item.
Right.
And it's like
Yeah, I've seen that, but you have to pay for that.
you can pay to go ahead and upgrade that item through like getting these. It's like essentially buying RP and then upgrading the item. And then you can come in, and it only boosts you up like a little bit, but you already know, like level 1, how detrimental, like even like an extra 12%.
Well, and I feel like it's free on Switch. So I'm sure there's a lot of, I guess, younger people playing it. That's when you have that little bit advantage,
right?
And I've seen League streamers like Ross Boomsocks play
right
Pokemon Unite, and it's like, well, very early on, it's just not fair. Like,
yeah,
you got someone that plays League who's got a boosted item, like he's gonna absolutely just dominate.
I know. Could you imagine if Yasuo started with like a crit item that he paid for, essentially, and then he's just able to go ahead and boost it up, and because he gets the double crit, like he's starting off with like 80% crit just off rip. Just because.
It reminds me of old League before
the
updated rune system with the rune pages. So I mean that was.
But you can only get those by IP, which is what you can only get by playing the game.
You could pay for IP. I feel if I remember correctly, you could pay for IP.
You can pay for boosts to help you get more IP. It was still more balanced when I think Pokemon Go.
Yeah, it was a lot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still.
I guess it was more unbalanced. Where if you played the game more, you had more advantage because you had more IP.
Right.
I feel like we're about to start the game. Yep. So enough of our dilly dallying.
We have 3 whole minutes to kill. We're allowed to dilly dad. All right, let's go ahead. I will get the.
Do we? I'm looking at the spectator delay and it says 5 seconds.
Well, yeah, now it says 5 seconds. I don't know why my mouse isn't working here. I hate it when it does this.
Oh, you're good.
There we go.
Excuse us, our systems are just disagreeing with us, but we are loading into game. So,
let's go.
Let's get Ryan. You know the both of us love to see. We love to see a level 1, some level 1 shenanigans.
You already know. Already know.
I don't know with their comps if they're going to go for it. I think it feels. Never mind. There's a pause.
Yep. Off rip, we already have a disconnection, which is why the load-in took a little bit longer here than normal.
Yeah, which I am going to use this pause. I will be right back. I will let Rylionn talk about the comps for this game, but I will be right back.
Absolutely. I'll go ahead. I will ask myself some questions, and then I will answer my questions myself with as much knowledge as I have. The poking comp, though, I expect to see a lot of poke coming in from Dank, Cheddar, and Agency. He's going to go with the comment here off rip, so they are going to go ahead and do AP Maokai, which is what I expect. You definitely want to see those saplings doing as much work as possible. Plus, it's going to kind of dissuade Swedish from stepping in or even near those bushes, because right as soon as those things pop off, you definitely don't want to be around them. Let me go ahead. Actually, I'm going to lower that real fast. Yeah, both teams, just like Delivery is saying, have every reason to not invade the other one. I mean, you don't want to walk into a bunch of saplings. At the same time, you don't want to walk into a brand W as well. He can only use it once every, I believe, like 12 seconds starting off in the early game. But that one Phoenix also being able to shoot rockets into everybody. Probably Hayden's going to be able to use his Q every couple of seconds. Like, it's just not going to be a good time overall. And you got back just in time, my friend. Game number
I definitely did.
Is underway, and right now Yellow's going to be leading the series 1-0 for this best of 5. This is the semifinals once again for our Gold League Summer Split. And don't worry, this is just a buffer that happens every single time after a pause. So do not fret one little bit, everybody. Whew.
Yeah, just a little problem with spectating. There is usually a little bit of a buffer, but the teams are coming back in. I'm looking at both sides. It looks like we'll probably be going for another safe level 1. I'm hoping, once we get to that game 3, game 4, game 5, that they go for some more aggressive level 1s. I believe Yellow did go for more of an aggressive level 1 that was unsuccessful, but right now they're just playing it safe. They're doing 5 on each side, just kind of looking at each other, throwing some emotes, saying, "Hey, I see you. You see me." So probably gonna be some standard starts. Bot side jungle.
I like it whenever they just have this like cordial little matchup. Like no one tries to do any sneaky auto attacks. Like it's just nice, fun gameplay. And playing not as aggressive early on is smart. And the stakes are a little bit higher, just as Delivery is stating here in the middle of the game. Excuse me. Because now we're going into game number 2. Yellow's up 1-0, so Pink has to really make sure like they're not out of it just yet, but if they fall 2-0 into the series, like that just makes it way more difficult. Then you have to win 3 in a row.
Yeah, you have to reverse sweep.
I mean, you have to win kind of 3 in a row regardless in order to win overall, but you know what I mean. It just puts even more pressure on them to not lose that third match. Okay, there we go. Opaque's going to come in with a nice little pull in there, but I think that's the reason why Fridge kept with the Lilia, because even though, yeah, he's going to go ahead and be able to pull me, after level 2 when I have my Q up, it's just going to be a little bit of, I'm just going to do even more damage. Plus, she gets the burning damage and everything. If she's able to keep on hitting these Qs as well, getting a lot of poke early on, like, she's going to capitalize by the time she hits level 2, definitely.
Yeah, which I do love, the answer from decomposition. Lilia, tries to have an aggressive trade, and Lucian EQ is probably one of the most deadly, I'd say, mid lane level 2s. Syndra QE pretty deadly as well, but you love to see the level 2 Lucian denying the Aurelia trade as much as Anime Teddy wants to go ham. Really good trade by Fridge,
yeah.
Honestly.
Hit level 3, decided to go ahead and follow up because he knows that Opaque wasn't level 3 as of yet. Being able to also dodge that pull-in starting off, so that's one really big part of his kit that's just going to be down right there. Great job all the way around.
I will say, okay, so we're 2 games, we're sort of the second game. Both teams looking really good. So we haven't had a clear winner just yet. Do you have any, especially, there's 3 MVPs in this game alone.
Right.
There's 5 MVPs total. 3 of them are in this game.
Yep.
Do you see any MVPs so far from this series coming out of this game so far on each side?
Like, who would I give MVP to based off of, like, the last performance?
Yeah, one person on each. Oh.
Top side's going to go ahead and get
Hold up a minute. Just kidding.
And
probably hated doing his hacker room thing, anking as much as possible. But anyways, so do you see any clear MVP?
Ooh, wait, hold on one second. Anime City Clap is going to go ahead and engage, though, onto decomp into the mid lane here. Flashes forward. The exhaust is going to go off as well. Javi's going to go ahead and follow up with an engage of his own in first blood. Great job from Javi. I know they didn't see him on bot lane, but great job.
So these teams don't want me to cast. They just want to go for blood.
Oh,
which,
yeah.
Love to see.
Go.
You know what?
And top side, yep, he's going to go ahead and dodge that Haymaker. The shield's going to run out. And ulti is not available just yet, but that Q is just so killer in the burning damage. There we go, and Agency is going to go ahead and engage onto the bot line there. Phoenix is going to get really low. Dark Chet is also going to have to get really low as well. The flash forward, and he unfortunately dies. Swedish Pancake trying to pick up at least the assist for his friend. The heal is being burned by Dang Cheta as well. And that is a double kill on over to the Varus. Oh, wow. Great Gameplay. And back to the top side.
Yeah, and TP coming up from set, just trying to, try and come back and manage, coming out from a kill. A little bit of a tilt top, when you die top lane, you're like, oh, I gotta immediately TP. Yeah, I can't really talk. So, these teams are fighting so much that we can't even talk about it.
Yeah,
there's just been so many fights. We're 5 minutes in. There have been 4 kills in 5 minutes. And not even 5 minutes, because the first minute and a half, nothing was happening.
Right.
There have been 4 kills in 4 minutes. Can we cast? Not really, because these teams just want to fight. Opaque and Fridge still going at it.
Oh, the sleep is going to go
Lilia hit 6, but nothing comes out of it.
No.
But
to answer your question, though, I'm sorry. I would say probably Hayden is MVP right now in my book for Pink. I mean, his presence in every single lane so far has been phenomenal. He was able to get his team way ahead last game. This game we see a little bit of a different, though, gameplay coming in from Rylionns Body Pillows. Before, they were up about 4 or 5-0. Right now, Team Yellow is now in that lead. We have both junglers available in the mid lane as well. Decomp is 6, while Anime is only level 5. That should be changing soon, though. Okay, let's see if they're going to go to play it. Cloud Drake is the first dragon, though, that's going to appear on the map, so we are going to have a good dragon for Soul. I mean, I love Cloud Drake.
Yeah, I don't
it's
think
so
either
good.
side would benefit from a Cloud Dragon. Maybe the movement speed for Hecarim, but I mean, there's not really like any like big like game-breaking ultimates from either side.
Right.
So I am glad that it's not a Cloud Drake, because I do want to see some really good ultimate cooldowns, or some if there were good ultimates, some good ultimate cooldowns, but that's not the case. Hoping for an Infernal Dragon, just because there's not really that many like, I guess like big tanks. You know, Maokai not the biggest tank. That probably really the only like real tank on either side. So I'm hoping it's not a Mountain Dragon. I'm hoping it's either an Infernal Ocean Drake. But yeah, so much fighting. So we can't even talk. We didn't even get a chance to talk about the MVPs because they're just fighting. Yellow coming out way on top in terms of skirmishes though. Already 2K up, 4 kills up. First Dragon hasn't even come out yet.
Oh, here we go. Opaque is definitely trying to get some kind of action done, but it doesn't matter. Fridge is just coming in really big with the, I mean, starting off with the Oblivion Orbs to stop Set from being able to get any kind of health regen is really smart. Opaque answering back with Mercurial Treads as his first back. I don't know if that's what I would have dedicated towards, but it is keeping him in lane a little bit longer. Because if he didn't have that, he would be just dying right now, left and right.
Yeah, he's going for the tenacity and the MR, which makes sense.
Right.
But yeah, he just can't do anything to this Lilia. Unlike Mordekaiser last game, where he was more able to trade with the Lilia, whereas Set not so much able to answer the Lilia. You know, as you saw in that last trade, Set really can't do anything. As soon as he, especially like after three or so stacks from the Lilia, he really can't do anything. He pulls him in and then he just runs away.
Yep, that's all he can do. She just goes ahead and just stomps her staff on the ground, gets a nice little Q action, gets her movement speed buff, and she's outie.
Yeah, because I mean, other than Lilia's E, most of her damage is short range.
Yep.
And it's burst. So as soon as you pull her in, she's not like a normal melee top laner where, you know, which Set is used to. Set wants a champion to progressively punch him so he can stack that grit. Lilia's not the case. She wants to get pulled in, burst you, run away.
Yep.
And that is very hard to play against when you're Set. So aggravating. Opaque is having such a tough time.
And then in the mid lane, we haven't seen a whole lot of stuff happen here. I mean, yeah, we had the Irelia get picked off by Javi there for first blood. But outside of that, they've just been kind of just a farm battle, essentially, here into the mid lane. I mean, they've been trying to trade as much as possible, which is nice. And they're both upkeeping and farm. Lucian is slightly more ahead in gold. He has the assist. He has, about 8 CS over the Irelia here. Javi hovering the mid lane again. Anime and Titty Clap has no idea what is going on. Great job. The flash and the exhaustion both going to be popped here. The pull in, and let's see if he's going to be able to live. No, he is not. The ultimate also landing on both of them, but there's absolutely nothing that Anime could do to counter that at all. Oh, great root coming in from Aegis, and Dame Cheddar following up with the ulti of his own to keep him there just enough for him to go in and land a nice Q and secure his 3rd kill of the game. Like, this is exactly what Varus wants. He wants to constantly get this poking down. Oh my god, and Aegis.
Yeah, and that's a 3-0 Varus, who is almost 20, he's more than 20 CS up. He's 3 kills and 20 CS up. That is a very strong Varus. Most CS in the game, most kills in the game. That is a scary Varus, and they're going for more.
Onto that one Phoenix, yes, and they are going to pick up another kill. Probably Hated is coming through. Great ulti. Is he going to get the shutdown? Yes, he is. The 2nd kill is he's able to secure that. Swedish Pancakes does live, and the burn. Oh no, I'm sorry. Double kill does go on over to Probably Hated. Great gank there. The support was needed. It is unfortunate that that one Phoenix did die, but he did able to pick up. He was able to pick up at least one assist there, so that is a little bit of gold in his pocket.
Yeah, I will say the gold going on the Heck Run, which we normally want. You normally want that shutdown gold going on the 80 carry, but probably hated so strong in this Heck Run.
Absolutely.
He needed that. He's 10 CS up on the Zac. Now he's even in kills on the Zac. So he should hopefully be able to do more on the map now that he has that big surge in gold. He should be able to go back and buy some items where he can have more presence on the map, which they obviously need right now, because both solo lanes for the side of Pink are not going well.
No, not at all. Anime Titty Clap just getting clapped of his own right now to decomposition. Misses the binding, unfortunately. Great job from probably Hated and from Swedish Pancakes to follow up with the ganks to secure the kill. Brandon is going to unfortunately pick up that kill, but that is much needed. The flash also being burned by decomposition as well. And, you couldn't ask for anything better, essentially.
Yeah, I don't think probably Hated... I actually don't think he backed after those 2 kills. I think he just went back and cleared. But, with the experience, he was able to be more confident to go for that mid gank. So, I think he's going to have a really good back here. But at least a good answer for the side of Pink. I'm glad they're still doing things, but Opaque just not looking good on his top side.
Not even remotely close. The sleep is going to go off as well. Let's see if she engages underneath the tower. That one Phoenix, unfortunately, getting caught out by Varus, and this lethality Varus, the Dustblade, he's too strong. She only has a Noon Quiver and a pickaxe, so not really a whole lot that she can do to answer this Varus.
Data kind of flexing his MVP status.
Look at him.
Sorry, I'm the best 80 carry in the Gold League, so I have to show you. I have to show you up.
We do.
He's definitely doing. He did that both games actually.
He did
it really well in his leagues, but now he's like, okay, I'm on an actual 80 carry. I have to flex a little bit. So now he's 5-1, up 40 CS. He's just, and once again, they're playing more on the bot side, and guess what? They're getting more dragons. They're up CS, they're up kills, they're up dragons.
Opaque
Yellow, so good at playing for the bot lane.
Oh my god.
And yet they're not even playing weak side top, because this Lilia is still bullying this set. They're winning on both sides of the map. Actually, all 3 sides of the map. Lucian's up. I think the only lane they're, I guess, technically losing is in the jungle, where Zac is down 20 CS, but all Zac cares about is setting up his lanes. He doesn't need to be ahead. He doesn't need to be up in CS. He doesn't need to be up in kills.
Agency and Dang Chetta
Yellow is so far ahead right now.
Phenomenal. They are a phenomenal duo. Dang Chetta capitalizing with his saplings. He's doing great zoning. Keeping wards everywhere. Brand's doing what he can. Swedish. Great support. One of the best, I think, in the league overall. But right now, Agency is just absolutely just wiping the floor with them. The roaming capabilities, all of the saplings and ward clearing that they do. It is so perfectly executed.
And that's what you see in semifinals. You don't see, any bad players. You see the best of the best. Swedish, really good support, but the problem with Phoenix and Swedish, they're playing against one of the best bot lanes in the league.
That's true.
That's so tough for them.
If you want to look at it just from MVP status.
Yeah, they're playing against the best bot lane in the league, and they're trying to play strong side top. Yet Opaque this game not able to come out with it.
Here we go.
And Titty not able to land another E.
No, he is not. And then Gcom's going to go ahead and follow through. The ulti and the flash ignite coming through as well for Anime. He's going to go ahead and pick up his first kill of the game. Very nice, very well executed. He knew that Gcom just didn't have his flash up either. Agency is just very, very much capitalizing with the ultimate as well. Great heal to
I will say between the mid matchup, Anime is not landing any of his E's on this Lucian, which is obviously harder because Lucian can immediately dash the E, but Anime coming down bot
from Fridge. All right, Anime, yeah, but to what avail? He's just going to go ahead and it looks like, oh, great job from that one. Phoenix is going to go ahead and slave Fridge. And is he going to pick up a second kill? He's going to flash forward onto Agency. Yes, double kill on over 2. The Varus as well. Triple kill, actually. Wow. Great focus from Dangchutta and Javi. They were able to pick up Opaque, Anime, and Swedish Pancakes there. I'm going to be honest, I didn't see Opaque there until it was way too late. I apologize. I didn't see him at all.
No, that was just a really split fight from the side of Pink.
Yeah, and
they wanted to focus the Mordekaiser. They saw Mordekaiser's low. Like, okay, so Phoenix flashed for the Mordekaiser, but I don't think they were focusing the right target. Mordekaiser's running away. He's not going to do anything. I'm assuming his cooldowns are not up, so Mordekaiser's not a threat. Whereas the other 2 members on the side of Pink, or excuse me, Yellow, were coming for your carries. So I think they should have, especially Phoenix, should not have flashed for Mordekaiser. They should have directed the focus to the other side of lane, where Zach and Varus were. And also, why are they focusing the Mordekaiser? Focus the Varus! I think at that time he was 5, 6, and 1. Kill the Varus! Why are you running after the Mordekaiser?
You mean Maokai?
Kill the red Varus! That should be your focus every single fight. Now he's 8 and 1. Now he's 60 CS up. Like, what are they doing? Why are they not focusing? And he is 1v1ing a set. He was, like, in my opinion, one of the best AD carry killers if he can get close to them.
And by Mordekaiser, do you keep on meaning Maokai?
Did I say Mordekaiser? I meant Maokai.
Got you, okay.
There's a Mordekaiser last game. But yes, the Maokai. They ran after the Maokai, who I guess he had split towards that river, and then Varus just kind of sat there and did what he wanted.
I mean, that's what Varus is gonna. That's what Varus wants to do. He has the poking capability. He just has to sit back, throw the Qs out. The ulti is gonna go ahead and land, and a one shot is gonna take out that one Phoenix. Unreal. Probably Hayden's going to go ahead and try to flash out of the Maokai ultimate. Doesn't matter. Great follow-up from the rest of Team Blue here. Javi's going to go ahead and engage onto Opaque on the back line there. He tried ulting to safety, but to no avail. And that is going to be 3 members down from sitting on, for Rylionns body pillows, and only 1 member down for sitting on wards. They're going to take their 3rd drag into the game, which is going to be an Infernal Drag. This is going to put them on Soul Point. And they are just looking really, really high in game number 2 here. Starting off strong and continuing throughout the beginning and middle parts of this game. Let's see if they're able to focus and bring home game number 2 and make it a 2-0 lead.
They're just ahead on every front. They're ahead on kills. They're ahead on gold. They're ahead on dragons. It's going to be very tough for King to come out with this.
Right.
I don't see many avenues for them coming out of this. Honestly, behind Set, behind Aurelia, behind Jinx, I don't really see much coming out of this team. Maybe split push with the Aurelia, and I don't know. This is just looking really strong for Yellow. I don't see them coming out with a loss. They have a 10-1-1 Varus with 178 CS.
Right.
And he has the Maokai and the Zac on the front line. As soon as you try and touch a Varus, it's not happening.
No, definitely not. It's
sorry.
Look at, he is 10-1. He was able to kite out Set at least. He one-shot Phoenix. He ultied, Q'd. That was it. Boom, pop, boom, bam, gone. Like, now you see me, now you don't.
And I noticed chat was like, well, especially in that fight, how do you focus Varus? What in Pink's kit can you focus the Varus with? What can they use in their kit to...
Oh my god. They are just capitalizing so well with their ultis, and they're going to go ahead and trade kill for kill. Fridge is going to go ahead and fall down to the Irelia. Swedish is going to get picked off by Dangchetta and Agency. The Varus ulti came in first on the brand. Then Maokai followed up with his ulti. And then Varus only had to throw 1 Q, and pop, that was it. He was gone.
I will say, weakest member on the team so far is the Lilia top, which, I mean, her only mission was to bug the Set to make sure that he didn't get any somewhat head. Make sure he can't answer anything.
For the top side there, but nah, Enemy City Club's going to go ahead and take that. And he's lucky that Enemy has no mana whatsoever, else he was a dead man.
I would say Fridge has done his job this game.
Yeah.
He is playing weak side top. They want to get the bot lane head.
Yep.
All Fridge needs to do is to go even with Set.
Yep.
Which they're literally doing. All Lily needs to do is to occasionally show up in fights and during lane, make sure Set is annoyed, and that's what the Lily did. Set didn't get ahead. He wasn't able to TP for much. He wasn't able to answer for much.
Right.
And now,
oh my god.
Yellow gets what they want, the strong side bot lane. They have an 11-1 Varus. I have to keep saying it because this is ridiculous. He is so far ahead. He's about to finish his Muramana.
And then the Maokai
he's an entire 2 items on the Jinx. 2 items. 2 full completed items on this Jinx.
Like, 3! Oh no, 2 full complete over him, but he has 3 completed ones in general, yeah.
He's about to be 3 full completed items.
That's insane.
He's 9 stacks from finishing his Muramana. And how are they going to touch him? What does Pink have to answer? Other than Hecarim maybe trying to ult the backline, but then they have so many answers to stop the Hecarim. It will take Hecarim, Set, and Aurelia to jump to the backline. Even attempt to kill Varus.
And even still then, they
probably might not do it. Even then, they probably might not do it. They have the Lily asleep. They have the Zac ulti. On top of that, Cheta has his own ulti that can keep him at bay. Agency, like, it's...
And that's with perfect
Oh
positioning.
my god, that's 1 Q took out half of Set's health. Half. With 1 Q. Imagine what he's going to do to Phoenix. Imagine what he's going to do to Swedish. They're pausing because they can't even register how much damage he just did.
So evidently there's some hotel internet going on, so... One of the players, which I'm assuming is decommissioned just because he's DC'd so much. Hey, dude, the hotel internet, we get it. It's rough. But you're in it for the team. You're traveling, you're not in your home, and I'm still trying to play the game. I'm committed. I am here. I'm going to play.
That's MVP status.
I don't care what kind of internet I have.
That is totally MVP status for me. That shows the dedication by the players of this league. We've had a good amount of people just watching us the whole time. So once again, shout out to everybody who's tuned in for Team Gap, who's been with us for the long time, for the long haul. Once again, huge shout out to Tilted earlier for the 10 gifted subs. That was super clutch of you earlier. Congratulations to all those people that don't have to worry about those pesky ads for the next month. But yeah, right now, as you guys can clearly tell, Sitting on Wards is leading the series 1-0 in this best of 5. Right now in game number 2, they are also pretty far ahead in terms of gold and in kills. So they're looking pretty strong here in game number 2. 11-1 on the Varus. He has 12 kill participation out of 15, like 75%. I don't know what else you could do for that. Like, there is nothing that Jinx, unless Jinx can go ahead and get a
I don't think they can touch the Varus. I honestly don't. This is gonna be very tough. This is gonna be very tough for Pink. They're 5k gold down. Their tower down. Yellow's on Soul Point. They have 3 dragons. They're about to get an Infernal Drake. So those Varus Qs are about to hurt a lot more.
If they're able to secure this final Drake, yeah, he does hella damage now. He's going to do even more, just like you said, in just the next couple of minutes here.
And there's an Infernal Drake on both Lucian and Varus.
Yep.
2 very high damage champions. Honestly, Pink has to fight for this Drake.
Yes.
They have nothing left to do.
Agreed.
They either take this Drake and kill Yellow or lose the game.
Right.
There's no other route that they can come back. Which, as usual, coming back from a pause,
the buffer.
There is a bit of a freeze.
Yep.
But yeah, the buffer, and it's coming back. So, but yeah, no. They have to contest this. There is no not contesting it.
I agree. There is, you have to try, and if you keep on walking into a Varus queue, you will not properly contest this. Alright, they're going to go ahead and turn their attention onto probably Hated, so the jungler's out of this fight completely. Set's going to try to follow up with an ulti of his own, but Oh, almost takes down the Varus, but he is able to flash out of there. Really nice. Opaque, at just a sliver of health, walks into a sapling. Unfortunate. Great job from Agency for setting those up beforehand. And yeah, they are now 2 members down for this fight. I don't think that Red's going to be able to go ahead and try to contest this at all.
I mean, really good about Opaque. And he jumped in the back line, had a really great W, able to come out alive, chunked out most of the members of Yellow. Now they're comfortable. They can actually, I mean, they're backing now. Oh, that Varus Q. That honestly would have killed him.
Yeah, that would have actually killed him.
Yeah, they're at least able to prolong the drag fight. They were at least able to get priority, get some vision.
Uh-oh.
Swedish waiting the lines.
Let's see if he's able to go ahead and capitalize on this. Let's zoom out a little bit if need be. There it is. Okay, blue team's going to go ahead and steal the dragon, or not steal it. They're going to go ahead and slay the dragon. They're going to pick up their Cloud Soul there. Swedish is going to fall onto the back line. Same thing with Anime Titty Clap, unfortunately. Decomposition is going to go ahead and dash, and Gale Force over the tower. Doesn't get the kill on Opaque or on that one Phoenix there, just barely out of range. The W is going to come through from Jinx as well. Probably Hated is getting ran down by Javi and by Fridge, it looks like. Opaque's going to go ahead and try to turn around there to provide some support for his friend, and they are able to go ahead and at least pop the passive onto him. Fridge is going to go ahead and pop the stopwatch, but Decomp's going to go ahead and follow up, and they're going to take out
great
those
plays
members.
by the side of Pink, but it just wasn't enough.
No.
They were just so behind. They had to take the Drake. They did really well in chunking the side of Yellow, but it just wasn't enough. They just had they were just so ahead. They had so much gold, and they had just such a good team comp that when they're ahead, there's just not much that Pink could do. They killed all the important members. Like, I mean, Opaque did his best, I will say. Set, Glory ultimate into W. It was a run out.
He was close.
That was great. That was great, but
he was really low when he engaged anyway, so I'm proud that he even was able to stay alive that long.
Right, just the Varus and Lucian just did so much damage. I'd love to see the damage charts for at least that fight, but Lucian Varus just too gross right now. They're just so far ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
there's not much of an answer from the side of Pink at this point.
Not really. Every single one of their members, except for topside, it is pretty much severely ahead than their counterparts. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Mid, Irelia is more ahead than the Lucian right now, but Lucian's able to capitalize well with his team. Irelia has to dive deep